or you could use the birds in the tree and the birds on the floor. I wonder what those birds are saying to each other. They're probably talking about the pesky wasps. Yes. Worms are all gone on holiday. What are they going to do today? $17.95. Only 22 of these left. Of course, 22 in bingo is two little ducks. They're not ducks. They're lovely blackbirds. Well, they could be thrush, but I think they're more blackbirds. Then we've got that garden chair. Love that. So you could colour that foliage around the outside. Lots of different colours. Maybe use your Nouvelle markers on there. Maybe use some embossing powder. That would be nice. Really make it stand out. You've got your acorns there in your leaves. You've got your circles. Then coming down to the glossy pattern card. This is lovely. It is really nice and glossy as well. Really nice to work with. Good thickness as well. You have got your satin card, that lovely peach colour. Imagination Crafts. Well, you don't have to imagine anymore because that price is coming down yet again. 18 of these left. Everyone that's in so far, let's take a look. Right, £13.09. Well done, everyone. You trust us. You knew the price was going to go down. You're in, you've checked out, and now you are laughing. £13.09. These are going to start to go very, very quickly. Now, that is a bargain. 14 of these left. I told you they'd go quickly. People are coming in on the website. They are tapping on their screens and they're checking out their baskets. Only 12 of these left. Do not miss out. I know we're very busy for these, so the demand might outweigh the quantity. 11 of these left. Don't miss out. £13.09. Is that over a quarter of the price? Yes. Now, if you're a Freedom member, like these people at the bottom of the screen, like June, like Sydney, like Leslie, their P&P is included. They're Freedom members. 9 of these left. Deanna, Elaine, we've got Denise from Borden, Susan from Bedford, Susan Ann, or Suzanne Ann, or Susan Ann. We've got Morag, how are you, from Lincoln? Bridget, well done, congratulations. And Susan, you're in as well. 7 of these left. Who are my lucky 7? My lucky 7 riding out into the sunset with these Imagination Crafts. You're getting the 4 stencils and you're getting the cardstock as well. Excellent value for money. £13.03. Only 6 left. The price is still dropping. 6 left. 5. I knew we'd be busy for these. It's great when we have brilliant products, and we always do. Remember, when this is gone, that fact of wasps and their tummies is coming up. 4 left. Only 3. Who are my final 3? And whereabouts are you? In the USA? In Europe? Or here in the UK? We ship to all 3. 2 left. Tap on the screen and check out if you're on the web. If you're on the phones, we are getting through your calls and everyone pays the lowest price. Less than £13 now at $12.99. Incredible value for money. Think about the things you're going to create and make with your Imagination Crafts. 1 of these left. And Freedom members, your P&P is included. Well done, the last one has gone. Congratulations, everyone pays the lowest price.
Lock.
Oh, a little cough there. Right, so we're going to talk about wasps for a moment. Those summer evenings, lunchtimes and mornings if you're sitting outside. You know when one wasp comes along and then another wasp comes along and then before you know it, there's like 3 or 4 hanging around your sandwiches. It's not very pleasant. I don't like wasps. It's not a pretty scene when there's a wasp and Janice in the room. But do you know why they do that? Do you know why one wasp comes and then another and another and another and another? Shall I tell you why? Because they get their little feet and they go like this on their tummies. And when they do that, the other wasps come along. That's what they do. It's a little bit like Tarzan. They go like that on their tummies. They go very, very quickly. And then all the other wasps go, I hear there's some food around. And they all come swarming. It is true. It is true. It's a fun fact about wasps. There's nothing fun about wasps. But that's a fun fact. Good morning. It's great to have your company. How are you this morning? We'd love to say hello to you. If you're watching on Facebook Live, leave us a message. and we'll say hello to you. Tell us what you're buying, tell us why you're buying it, and tell us what you are looking out for on Craft Price Drop. Now, if you're looking for Spellbinder dies, if you are a fan, which you always are, then right here, right now, we have some fabulous dies for you. Now, these are your nestabilities. You're getting 2 die sets here. Beautiful designs. Again, with your nestabilities, you can use these separately or you can use them together to create your projects. And you've got 2 samples right here on the front to show you how you can create and make and layer those cards up. But of course, you can use these separately. Now, I'm going to show you some of the designs that these will cut out. Look at that. That is fabulous. Look at the design there. Really intricate. Really nice if you were to use these separately, but you can use them together. And then we'll come over to this side and I'll just show you this, which is, if I hold that, it is that part. Just embossed around the edges, cutting out. Isn't that fabulous? So you can put your sentiments in there. You could also put a picture, maybe. But using them together or using them separately is a fabulous way to use your dies. But I don't need to tell you that. You're the crafters out there. You know a bargain when you see it. And that's why these are already starting to go. Because we have that intricate detail, because we have the capability of delivering to you right to your door, and because you know that that price is going to fall, you're coming in early. 165187 is the item number. Now, Karen, you've got this in your basket. Karen, why don't you check out right now? Trust us, that price will fall. You want it? Don't miss out, because when the price starts to fall, they're going to start to go very, very quickly. Now, you should be paying £18.60 per die set. Bear that in mind as we get that price plummeting down. That's what happens on Craft Price Drop. You see the item number, you see the genuine start price, and then just there you go, £17.68. That's not even the price of one of the die sets. This is Spellbinders. You know you're getting the quality here. I love these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot these around. I'm going to start to pick these up and pick up your corresponding cutouts. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Can you see how that's embossed and cut out as well? So not everything has been pushed out of there. So you can get your pokey tool, see that? And that just gets everything falling out. So you can get your pokey tools. I love doing this. I'm just doing it with my hands. Do you know why? Because they cut so effortlessly, you can just simply push those out. See how that reveals that fabulous pattern? And then at the bottom, just push them out. That's the quality you're getting with your Spellbinders because of the cut quality, which is always important. Now, if you've got a pokey tool, you can just poke those out even more. Love that. Oh, do you know what? It's such fun being a crafter. There's something about that. Love that. So that is that sample, which is fabulous. And then take a look at this. You can use that in between, or you can colour it. See that? See how lovely that is? So you could use that plain. Lovely. Or you could actually, again, let's just get some of these poked out. Look how easy that is. Quality of your die cut. And then you can just colour that. See the colour on there? That looks beautiful, doesn't it? And that is coming to you from this particular die. So wonderful images there that you can create and make. I'll just get rid of all of those. There you go. Now, let me show you the other one you're getting. And let me just show you something that we've cut out. Very busy for these. See that there? That's lovely. So you can use this on coloured card, and that's that die just there. Fabulous, isn't it? It's really, really nice. Lovely detail around the outside. Again, use these separately or collectively to make and create the cards and the suggestions that you have just here. Now, this one's beautiful, isn't it? You see that outside? Very oriental, very modern. But also, you could pass that off for like a 1920s style card. Now, £37.20. What's that going to go down to? £13.33. Right, for everyone that came in early and checked out their baskets, well done. Now look at the price. You see, it pays to get in early because then you assure yourself of the products. You know you're going to get these home. These wonderful dies from Spellbinders. Let's see how many we've got of these left. 32. Okay. People have already come in and checked out their basket. They're beginning to do that again. Why? Because they're seeing the value that you're getting. These wonderful dies that you can cut out And that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 die set just there. And that is showing you the second die along. Very busy for these, 23 left. Now it might be you want to make several cards for an invitation or wedding. Or maybe you're selling. The angel policy of spellbinders, you can make and create your cards and you can sell them. £13.27. 14 of these left. Brilliant, beautiful quality. Do you know what? I love the outside. Now we've only got 11 of these left. £13.27. You can see that quantity is going down, which means people are checking out their baskets. If you've not checked out your basket just yet, I don't know, you may miss out. So check out your basket. You'll be charged at the end of the auction along with everyone else. And everybody pays the lowest price. And everyone gets an absolute bargain. 5 of these left. But you have to check out your baskets to assure yourself of the products. I'm so happy for you, because seeing these cut out, seeing those cards that you can create and make, you'll make a difference. 3 left. Who's my final 3? Are they on the web or on the phones? Who knows? It's always tense when we get down to the final 1. I bet they were on the web. Who's my... Angela, you've got the last one. Congratulations, well done. Well done, everyone. Well done. Right, yes, wasps in their tummy. On their tummy, just like that, and then all the other wasps come. Ugh. I don't like wasps. But who do you like? Are you Camp Harry or Camp William? I've had many of you come in and tell us that you're Camp Harry. Maybe because he's getting married this weekend. But a lot of you like William, but most of you like both. It's nice, isn't it? That's the question of the day, though. William, Harry, or do you like both? Oh, it's going to be a great weekend. Now, we're very busy on the phones already because you are seeing what's before you and you're thinking, I want to get myself some of that. Right, £50.60. You are getting Sticky Sue's set of 13 glue images. I love Sticky Sue. Sticky Sue, what do you do? Well, I stick for you. That's what I do. My name's Sticky Sue. I just made that up. That's not what she does. Right, what are you getting here? Okay, let me explain the concept. In each and every one of these packs, you get the images that you see on the front of the packs. They're acid-free as well. Now, if you want to use these, it's really easy. You can see there. The images are made out of glue and they're ready for you to use. They're ready for you to use with glitter, foil or other decorations. And when you take them out of the pack, if I bring these to the front, I put them on the black card, you'll be able to see these a little better. You see those images there? Just reflecting on the light? So they're glue, which means you get these onto your card and then you rub, and Sticky Sue does the hard work for you and the image goes onto your card. Now you get your glitters and your foils and you can place it on top and that will stick to the image. Now per pack it works out to be around about £3.90. And that is how we got our genuine start price. But you're not going to pay that? Oh no, we want to take that price down. I'm just giving a bit of a rub behind here if you're wondering what I'm doing. It looks so wrong. £26.22, including your P&P. It works out to be just over £2 per pack. I just wanted to do this behind, so I wanted to make sure I got that right. Let me just go for that image there. Okay, I'll just give this a bit of a rub. That's what I'm doing behind. In fact, I'll bring it into view. So you place it down, and then you see the image through, and I'm just rubbing my finger on that to get the glue onto the card. And that's what you do. And then you peel it off, and the glued image should stay. You do it very gently, not too hard, because you don't want to pull the glue off. If you think at any point you just need to give it another rub, you can do. There you go. So we've got that particular image there, and then you get your glitter. You just throw it over like that. And I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to place that glitter back into the pot. Oh, this is when glitter goes everywhere because this card's quite... There you go. Put that back in there. And then... Oh, I've got it everywhere. Sorry, Katie. And then the image has got that razzle-dazzle image on there. There you go. Yay, cute doll. Lovely. Right. We have got lots of different designs for you, and I've got lots of glitter everywhere. But it's great. So lots of different designs, and they're protected with some tissue paper inside, and that tissue paper protects those glued images, or images made of glue. These are fab. Right, let's see what we've got. So we've had a run along. You've got your doggies there, your bones and your baskets. We've got your teddy bears, your dolls. Yes, you have. We've got some lovely images here if I pick these up. Sorry. Well, I'll do this one because it's on the top, you see. If I do this one, it's underneath. OK. So we've got your angels. Oh, they're lovely. These are going to be great for the kids. All sporty, sporty, sporty. Big sporting event happening this weekend. Yes, the FA Cup. Chelsea and Man United. And there you go. Cool, babe, fab, groovy chick. I'm loving these. This is nice. So you've got your dancing queen. You've got your disco ball there, pop, and your records. If you're into your parties, love a good party. These are fabulous. The kids are going to love using these. They're made of glue, so you just rub the image on, and then after you've done that, you get your foils, you get your glitter, and off you go. You can start enjoying these. You put your embossing pads on these as well, I think. Yes, with your glue. There's your cats, jewellery, and then the nautical theme, which is very, very in. So when you take them out of the pack, let me show you these again. There you go. See if you can work this out. You get your images, and there, can you just see if I need to catch the light for you? There you go. Now, it works out to be £1.15 a pack. There you go. There's all your images, and they're all glue. So what you do is you turn that around, you place it onto your card, you just give it a bit of a rub-a-dub-dub, and then that image transfers to your card. You can then get your glitters, whatever glitter you're using, your embossing powders, your foils, and then you just simply rub your foils over there, and hey presto, you've got that fantastic image. Now, using these is easy because all you need to do is turn that the opposite way on the card and give the image a bit of, give the image a bit of a rub, and then that glue will transfer to your card. And you can get your glitters and your foils. It's an easy way of crafting. It's a fun way of crafting, and it's a fun way of buying. At £14.43 currently standing. If you're a Freedom member, your P&P is included. Such fun to have these. These really, really are. So whether you're going for the nautical theme, whether you are loving the mermaids, for example, all you do is place it down and give it a bit of a rub with your finger just like that, and then peel off the image, and then that will stick onto your card. How are you going to use yours? Maybe you've got some invitations to put together. Maybe you're having a party. These would be great for a kid's party. Get them crafting at the party. They will love this with their glitter and their foils, creating and making beautiful designs. They're already sorted for you, and they're made of glue, and they're easy to transfer to the card. 794653 is your item number. You're getting Sticky Sue's set of 13 glue images. Now, when we say 13, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 packs. So there's more than 13 images. It works out to be 90p per pack, and in each pack you're getting all of those images. So we've got the dolphins and the whales, we have got your mermaids and underwater theme, we've got your dogs and your dog baskets and your leads and your bones, your bonio. Get in your basket. Be a good boy, be a good girl. Your teddy bears and your dolls. Oh, I've got 7 of these left, going very, very popular, these. Great for kids' parties, great for embellishing your cards, easy to use and fun as well. That's what it's all about, and the fun's right here on Craft Price Drop as well. 5 of these left. Are you on the website for these? Some of you have already checked out your basket. Some of you checked out your basket before that price fell. Yes, because you know this is Craft Price Drop, and that price always falls to the best possible price for you. Right, £11.73. You wait till you see what's coming up next. Oh, wow. But we're concentrating on this. 2 left. Let's get these gone so we can move on. Check out your baskets. And And if you're on the phone lines, we're getting through all of your calls. I'm feeling hungry this morning. One left. One left. Linda, you've got the last one. Well done. Oh, you're going to have so much fun with those. Well done, everyone. The price for those was locked at £11.73. Right. What's this? What's this I see before me? I know what it is. I know what it is. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a beard. It's a beard. Hello, how are you? Ho, ho, ho. No, it's not. That was a bad idea. It's not a bad idea, though, because we know you love... Don't worry, you won't receive that one. It's not full of snot. Right. If you want to make your teddy bears, this is going to be the wadding to go inside your teddy bears. Yes! Inside the heads, inside the bodies, inside the legs, inside the paws. This is 100% polyester. Love this, because you can actually bring this out, so you can actually add a bit of air into that, so you can make it spread. Pop this into your cushions, pop this into your toys, pop this into your pin cushions if you want to. You are getting, in each bag, you're getting 48 ounces in total, 16 ounces in a bag. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 bags? No, 3 bags. 3 bags. That's a bag just there. Let me show you the size of the bag. So that's your 16 ounce, and you're getting 3 of these, and they're going to be delivered directly to your door. So maybe you've got some projects at the moment you're working on. Maybe you're sewing some teddy bears, some dolls, some cushions. It's going to be ideal for you because you're getting 3 bags, and it's going to be right there at a hand's reach to stuff your bears. Yes. Hello. £27.75. This is great value for money now at £15.89. It means it's going to be delivered directly to your door. So 3 bags of these. You don't need to go up to town and struggle on the bus to get home. These will be delivered directly to your door. And do you know what? If you're a Freedom member, your P&P is included, so you won't be paying any more than that price. Now, it works out to be approximately 1.36 kilograms. There's a lot here, though. There is. Because with your wadding that you get, you could actually just... That's it. Just make it a little bit more airy. Depending on your projects. But it is workable. Yes, this reminds me of my teddy bear that I had when I was younger. And he's split open, and I could see all of that wadding inside. Oh, but I did sew him up afterwards. Yes. Now, if you want to get hold of this... 564737 is your item number. You're getting 48 ounces for £15.78. More importantly, it's delivered directly to your door. This is the size of 1 bag. You're getting 3 of these. 3 of these bags delivered to your door. So that's 1. That's 2. Imagine a 3rd one. Imagine going uptown. Right? Imagine getting on the bus with these, putting them into your bags, trying to get them into your car. Don't do that. Have them delivered directly to your door. That's what it's all about. We're shopping from us here at Craft Price Drop. We sort this out for you, and we deliver them directly to your door. Now, Ivana, you've put them in your basket. Well done. Denise, you've put them in your basket as well. They're going to be delivered to your door. Pauline, you've got yours as well. Love to see what you're going to make out of these. You do have to check out your baskets. That means you've got the product. Don't wait till the end of the auction. The price will lock. You will pay the lowest price, and your credit card and debit card will be charged at the end of the auction. So you can check out right now, which means you will get the product. That price is going down again. Wow, OK. We're knocking the stuffing out of this one, and you're getting the stuffing knocked at your door. Kind of, yes. £14.21. Love this. Oh, now, you might want to make a Right Royal teddy bear to celebrate the Right Royal wedding that's coming up this weekend. Yes. Are you Harry or are you William, or do you like them both? That's what we've been asking this morning on Craft Price Drop. That's our question of the day. 11 of these left. Have we had anyone come in saying whether they like William or Harry best? Right. If you've just come in on Facebook Live, that's what we're talking about. Camp Harry, Camp William. It might be that you want to make a teddy bear to celebrate the royal wedding. You've got your wadding right here. It's in my hands at the moment, but it can be in your hands when you get this home. It's brilliant. If you love your crafting, making your teddy bears, making your dolls, making your cushions. If you need to stuff something, you've got it right here at your door. Yes. 16-ounce bags, you're getting 3 of these, pure polyester, 100%. You know how important that is? It's easy to use. It's easy to stuff into the little legs. It's easy to stuff into the little arms, to the little head. Who knows, I might have 100% polyester in this head. Boing, 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 right here. We've only got one left. Maybe if it was polyester in my head, more people would give me a cuddle. Like they do teddy bears. Cuddle, cuddle, cuddle. Last one's gone, well done. £14 and 10 pence. We've locked the price. £14 and 10 pence. It's great to have your company this morning. Now, I've been to the dentist. They took a picture of my teeth. And mighty fine gnashes, don't you think? Mighty fine. Look after your teeth, it's important. But also what's important? The dies. That's what we've got for you right here, right now. These are great, aren't they? They really are. Right, should we take a look at what we're getting? Spellbinder dies. We have got the Bauble Blossom 1 and 2. Let me just tilt these forward so you can see. And these you can use in most die cutting systems. These are fun because what you're doing here is creating blossoms. You are creating flowers. You don't need to fussy cut these out. And you don't need to cut them out. You know, some people like to call it fussy cutting, and some people go, what's all the fuss about fussy cutting? We call it fussy cutting because you're cutting out fussy little pieces, intricate pieces. But this will cut it all out for you. Let me show you. Let me turn this around. Let me turn this around. And then let me show you my gnashes. They do look like teeth, don't they? They do. But what these will do for you is you then snip along. Oh, no. You roll them. You roll these around. If I had one of these off, I could do it. You roll it around, roll it, and that creates the flower. And then you can manipulate the flower and create and make beautiful blossoms like those on the front of that one, or those on the front of that one. Be responsible for embellishing your cards. Make your own flowers. Make your own beautiful petals with these 2 dies. You're getting 3 dies in each one. £42.78 currently standing at 966160. Now you can buy, Maggie, well done, you've bought yours. Now you can buy flowers already made, which is great. But you know what? Once you've used them, you've got to buy more. And it's always the law of the way that you are using your flowers that you've bought, and then you get to your last card, you need some more. And it's ruined your project, because now you've got to go uptown, or you've got to order some more, you've got to wait for them to be delivered. With these, you can make your own. That's the beauty of owning these 2 die sets from Spellbinders, and that's why we're dropping the price again, because many of you coming in for these. £46 and 8 pence, now £29.51. Think about the value that's going to deliver to you. The value, of course, is you buying your own cardstock, you creating your own petals to create your own flowers in whatever colour you like. Because with these you are getting the dies, and those dies allow you to cut, emboss or stencil your own petals, your own flowers. To give you an idea of what they look like, there you go. And what you do is you roll these around and then you bring out the petals, which means you can have as many flowers as you like. You could spend an evening creating those flowers to put into your tubs, so that when you have your cards, when you have your crafting events, you can just reach out and grab those flowers. You've made them in lots of different colours as well. Blues, burgundies, whites, gold, cream, greens, turquoise, black, white. Now, if you were to buy one of these dies on their own, £23.04 gets you one die set. £28.18 for two. For two. Different flowers, different shaped petals in here that you can make and you can create. Now, this one looks like tulips, doesn't it? But it could be any flowers. It can be any flowers. They look like tulips, but it could be any flowers you like. Let's turn these around to give you the inspiration of what the flowers will look like when you've made them and created them. Just down the bottom there. There you go. I think these are fabulous. You're in control, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, you are in control. Or our cameras, I don't know. But you are in control at home because you create your flowers. These are your templates to create those petals. You can put whatever you like in the middle. Your beads. You can glitter these up. Add some Nouveau drops. £26.85. Right, that price is plummeting right now. 46 and 8 pence. 18.71. Right, how much is that off? 60% off right now. Now, you're not even paying for one of the dies. I think these are brilliant. I really do. Be in control of your crafting. Have as many flowers as you like. Let no one say to you, you've run out of flowers, Mum. No way. Dad, you not no flowers left. Well, you have, because you can make some more. These are fun to make as well. So you can make these in batches. You can make them with your friends, you can make them with the kids, you can make them with the grandkids. You can make your blossoms, your blooms, your embellishments, for your mixed media, for your canvases, for your boxes, for your cards. 17 of these left. No, 16 of these. Oh, well done, everyone. I love these. You're going to have a lot of fun making these flowers. I love the petals on that one. You can see it's almost like flames, aren't they? And they're going to make such a beautiful flower for you. £18.55 currently standing out. Only 13 of these left. You're getting both die sets. Very busy for these. 966 160. Bauble Blossoms 1 and 2. But you need to check out your baskets. You need to make sure that you check out your baskets to assure yourself of the product. Let me show you again one of these cut out. That's what they look like. And then what we do is we roll, 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 and then we just get those petals out to make and create these beautiful flowers. So excited about these. Only 7 of these left. Or you can have a whole meadow of flowers in your craft room because you're making them. Have fun making them as well. Set maybe a couple of hours aside one evening and just make those flowers. Lots of different colours. Maybe you've got a colour that's your favourite flower. Maybe it's a shade of pink and you can't find that flower anywhere. Maybe you're making a card for a bride and her colour of flower you can't find anywhere. But now you can make it because you can buy the card. You can ink your own cardstock and papers and make the flowers. Make them individual. Only 2 of these left. Love these, love these. That price is fabulous. £18.39. Who's going to get the last one? Check out your baskets. We'll lock that price. There you go, well done. We're locking that price.
Price lock.
Yeah, well done, everyone. That price has been locked at £18.39, £4.95, your UK P&P. However, if you're a Freedom member, your P&P is included. Right, let's unlock another auction. Now, we've got a hello to do. It's a hello to Anne. Hello, Anne. How are you this morning? Now, she watches Craft Price Drop every morning with your cup of tea. And it was her daughter, is it Betty? Betty, it's her daughter Betty who wrote in to say hello. So hello, Anne, how are you this morning? And hello, Betty. Just moving away some of the wadding from the previous auction. Right, let's talk about heartfelt. This is heartfelt from us to you. It really is. These are beautiful. Love Nikki Wild when she comes in with her heartfelt creations. And she said to me, you know, the great thing about the stamp from Heartfelt is the quality. It's about the red rubber. I said, why is that important? She said it lasts. It could last a lifetime because red rubber is strong. But also, it's about the depth of the stamp. So when you see these fantastic stamps, and they're sizable stamps as well, you are going to love this and you're going to get these into your basket. £45.51. Now I'm going to show you what these could look like. Now look at that for a stamp. Now we've used that this morning and I'm going to show you what it turned out to be by lifting it up at the back. There you go. Lift it up a little bit more. That stamp is Isn't that lovely? Look at the detail in there. And that's what we mean by having deep stamps that are going to give you the detail that you want, that you require, that you deserve for your projects. Imagine colouring in that. Isn't that lovely? We're using textured card on that. That'd look fantastic. I like the way we've got the shading on the bricks, on the stone. I love the shading on the door as well, indicating where you can add those darker colours, where you could blend your colours in and make that look spectacular. How about your posies? Again, the detail on there, that's what you're getting with Heartfelt, with the stamps. It looks like it's been laser printed, but it's not. It's been stamped. And this could be stamped by you when you get it home. It's a great set. It really is. £26.08. We've also got this other stamp in the corner here. Let's move that over there. So you've got your brickwork and your flowers. You might use that. You could use that way as well. Love that. £26.08 currently standing at. If you're a Freedom member, your P&P is included. Red rubber stamps from Heartfelt. Yes, Heartfelt. Originally £45.51. Now, if you're our fan, there you go. £15.03. That's an incredible deal. I'd pay that just for that one stamp right there. Right, 3 of these left. Who are my lucky 3 that are going to get these? Checking out your baskets. So you can get this. 858793 is the item number. Pop that in, check out your baskets, and you have got these stamps. Is it you?
Nice.
Do you have my last one? Well done, everyone. Well done. Everyone pays the final price. They really do. It's a great way to buy from us on Craft Price Drop. It really is. Now, we are back at 11 o'clock. Do you know what happens at 11? Online only, online only. It is. And then at 7 p.m. tonight, we're back with you. It's been great to have your company. Well done, everyone that's backed themselves a bargain. Don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more coming up for you right now. Stay right there. If you love colouring in, Robert Adams has got something very, very special for you coming up next. Sheena Douglas and the One Day Special have been busy for that, so do make sure you do tune in. And all this is here a little later on.
Hi everyone, I'm Gordon.
I'm Justin.
And
together we are Be Creative.
Justin and I formed our company just under 1 year ago to bring you new and exciting products under the Be Creative brand.
We have a fantastic relationship with Hochanda, and we love to share our ideas and creation with you, our viewers.
So why not come be creative with us
Here at Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Fiona Clayton from Crafter's Companion. I've been crafting for about 7 years now, having rediscovered my love of a childhood hobby. I'm delighted that I can share with you all my hints, tips and ideas, and here at Hochanda we're going to make sure that you really enjoy your crafting as well. So join me, Fiona Clayton, here on Hochanda.
Hochanda have yet again partnered with Creative Events to bring you Hochanda Live, the inspirational craft, hobby and art roadshow. This is a one-day event where Creative have lined up many of your crafting favourites, including Phil Martin, Stamp Addicts, Inkylicious, Be Crafty, Imagination Crafts and many more. There'll also be opportunities for you to get crafty with a fantastic selection of demonstrations and various make and takes. So come along and meet other members of the Hochanda family on Saturday the 23rd of June at Hangar 42, Bruntingthorpe, Leicestershire. Get your ticket here today and we'll see you there.
Hello, good morning. How are you, Robert?
Very well, thank you.
Good. It's great to have your company. We're very busy today here at Hochanda. That's why we're racing around, but it's great to have your company. And do you know what happens when you're really busy and you're racing around? You need to just calm down and relax, don't you?
We do.
And that's what we're going to do for the next hour, aren't we?
We are. We've got a wonderful... a slight digression from me. I'm back to my roots with the CD-ROMs.
Yeah, you've designed it over, was it 70 in your 14 years?
It's over 90 now, I think. Yeah,
Over
it's
90.
been going a while.
So I think you know what you're doing.
Yeah. And what that is basically just a vessel to carry the wonderful designs we've got for you today. And it's all about colouring in. And this is something which has become very, very popular.
Yes.
And it's popular for a number of reasons. I think it's just a fun activity to do.
Yes.
If we just, to a base level, it's a fun activity.
Yes.
And appeals to all ages. But what a lot of people are finding, it's helping them to calm and relax by the colouring.
Yeah.
And I know that works for me because the nice thing is, and mindfulness is very much in the forefront at the moment. And it's just really about concentrating on the moment, forgetting everything around you.
I think that's what it does because, you know, when you're colouring in, you're concentrating on what you're doing. You love what you're doing as well, so you're in a good mindset. I get in a good mindset when I'm doing something that I love and I'm concentrating on that. I find my shoulders start to fall down, I start to relax a little bit, but it's about enjoying what you're doing as well.
Yes. And I think for me what it is it just takes me out of myself and everything that's around. It used to be doodling when I was on the phone, and that's how it progressed for me, all these little drawings. I thought, because I found it quite stressful talking to people on the phone in the early days. You know?
I used to do it in school. I used to doodle a lot in school.
And I did. I was always I used to draw and doodle, and I think this is great because now you've got time to colour in as well.
Yes, yeah. And what are we getting with these CD-ROM? How easy is it to use, Rob?
They're very, very easy to use. They're called WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. So you just click, point, and go, as it were. So the first thing is, and we'll talk about the technical side in a minute, but just to say, if no one's used CDs before, these are particularly easy because it's not all sort of buried away into folders. You see everything that you want, and it's just like a menu. You go through, oh, I'll try some of that, and click onto it, and up it comes.
Brilliant.
Now, what makes these, I like to think, a little bit special is that we've got two lovely CDs for you today that complement each other. And we've got the floral and the fantasy. And they both come with a whole range of beautiful images in there. So you've got lots to colour in. What also makes this that little bit extra special is I've also designed it so it's ready for card making. So if you love your card making, you've also got the images scaled to A5 ready just to print out onto an A4 piece of paper, and you've got a lovely card to colour in and send. Or indeed you might want to use, there's some beautiful black and white imagery on there that you could stamp around. There's lots of exciting things, and we're going to explore that in the show, all the lovely things you can do with it as well.
So everything is printed out in black and white, and then you add the colour. Do they print out in A4 and then they can be scaled down to A5?
They print out in A4, but they already come pre-scaled to A5 for you. So all the hard work's done. Then, if it couldn't get any more exciting, this little bit down here on both of them called the graphics. There's a very, very simple graphics package involved. Every image that's on the CD can now be accessed individually to make your own cards. So it goes exponentially how many you can make now. It just so
you can mix and match your images.
And you can mix and match between the CDs.
Oh wow!
Plus, if it couldn't get any better. Plus. They all come as PNG images that can be used in your favourite graphics package as well, standalone.
That's wonderful. So look at that image.
You've all this wonderful resource at your fingertips. And I've also put a range of styles in there, from simple to slightly more complicated. So I think there's something for everyone, for perhaps the younger crafter or someone who just likes to block in larger colours, to ones that are a little bit more complicated if you want them to be, or else you can block in the colour as well.
There's some lovely images here. If you love your animals, I mean,
the
amazing,
fantasy has got lots of lovely animals on there, and we've got the fantasy images as well, and we'll look on those on the computer a little later on. And the sister one is the floral ones, which I know everyone loves their flowers, and we've got some beautiful. It's more stylistic than realistic, obviously on the CDs as well.
Plenty of images, such intricate detail, but so easy to colour in, so relaxing as well. In my opinion, so relaxing. Now, if you want the CD-ROM on its own, we've got the details at the bottom of the screen for you. That's the Fantasy CD-ROM, which is beautiful, and that's just £14.99. But we do have the other CD-ROM, the Floral, and that is what we're going to take a look at next. Florals is such, you know, a lovely way of colouring in, because we see flowers out there in the meadows and we love them, but sometimes we like to add our own colour, and that's exactly what you can do right now. You can take the laws of nature and you can take them to another dimension.
And you can take the laws of colour theory and everything and throw it right out the window and just make it your way. And what I love about this is that you can really just have fun. It's the colouring in, the process of doing it. The colours don't necessarily have to even match to what you're doing, and that's the nice thing about it. I sometimes, to share with you a crazy moment, I just have a box full of pens by me, don't even look, and whichever one I pick out I colour with.
Yes.
And it's the fun of just totally relaxing and letting go.
Yeah.
Another great thing, and I found this, and probably crafters are already way ahead of me, but if you're working with someone as well, chatting and colouring, it's just the most relaxing.
Social.
It's wonderfully social, and again, it's a really relaxing thing, and you're sharing and you're talking and you're just having fun in the moment.
Yeah, and you can print these out as many times as you like.
Oh, this is the lovely thing.
And maybe you print the same one out, give it to your friends, and then you can compare what you've coloured in.
Yeah.
They're going to make wonderful backgrounds. They're going to make fabulous projects to put together, elements in cards, for example, or maybe you want to print these out in A4 and then frame them once you've coloured them. Great for travelling as well, because once these have been printed out onto your A4 sheets or A5, you can take them with you, and of course then you can colour them maybe on the train on the way to work, maybe if you're going on holiday, something to help you relax while you're sitting in the garden underneath the shade.
Yes,
I've
been doing that this week, and it's really lovely. A little bit of vitamin D with the sunshine does you a power of good.
Yeah, it really does, in our opinion. Please talk to your doctor first. But yes, and do take care of the sun. But your floral images are beautiful. You've got your poses there in the baskets. You've got your lovely intricate detail of the different flowers as well. And again, you have got the different floral graphics, so you can make and create your own cards. So there's a lot of variety in here.
And of course at any size that you want as well. So if you do want to make really small cards, perhaps A6, that facility's for you. But I have found, from the design point of view, that A4 are great for bigger projects. A5 make fantastic cards, but you can work a wee bit smaller if you want to as well.
Yeah, these are lovely. So just to remind you, you're getting both included in the deal on the side of your screen there. Now, £22.48. You're saving £7.50 if you are a Freedom member. And that means you're getting both the Floral and the Fantasy CD-ROMs, both of them for that great price. If you're not a Freedom member, it's only £24.98 plus your P&P. It really is a great way to start relaxing, but also learn the art of colouring in, and that's what we're going to take a look at today, isn't it, Rob? It's not just about adding a colour to a piece of paper, it's about the techniques that you can use as well.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, we could start off, and if you're new to this, it is just about the colouring in. You don't have to worry about anything. But today what I'd like to do is share with you some of the techniques that I use. Now, I'm going to use a range of different techniques here of media as well. Now, I used to, in the old days, be what we call a marker visualiser. I used marker pens. Before we had computers, yes, folks, we had to draw by hand.
Yes.
And I was in advertising where we would visualise a concept of what an advert would look like. So we had to use them in all their wonderful glories and limitations. And I just want to share with you some of the hints and tips that we've picked up along the way doing that, as well as looking at crayons and a little bit of water-soluble. But one of the things I want to share with you is the beauty of the CD is that you can print it out, as we've mentioned, again and again.
Yeah, you
and
can.
the nice thing with that is that I've spoken to some people. I've got my card makers to help me making all these lovely samples. And some of them have said, oh, I've always been a bit worried about ruining the book. You know, I've never had a go. I said, well, the great thing is now, have a go, because you can always start again.
Yes,
you know?
yeah,
But no one
can.
actually said I ruined anything, which was interesting. So I think just knowing that safety blanket that, hey, I don't have to, you know, I've only got one of that lovely page in the book. I can just print another one out
Yeah, it's
if I need
fabulous.
to.
Look at this image. Isn't that incredible? And using your colouring techniques to make the very best out of these images. Absolutely adore them. I mean, look at that dog.
Very sweet.
Isn't that cute?
and this is a nice example where the image can look quite complicated, but you can colour it in a very simple way. You don't have to do every little facet that's in there. And that's what I like about it. You can put as much or as little in as you want to do. And again, using all the media that you've got, that you may have gathered. I know we all have boxes of lovely pens and crayons and things as well.
Yeah.
So you can mix and match and just have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, you really can, and fun is exactly what you're going to have.
Yes.
That is pretty cool, isn't it? Imagine giving that as a card or making it into a piece of artwork. £22.48 as a Freedom member. You're getting both CD-ROMs. How many images are on both CD-ROMs?
I think on the top of my head it's over 240
on each. So that
no,
makes...
combined. On
combined.
each of them, it's about. It's hard to say because I only count one image. So if it's different sizes or whatever, I only count it as the one.
Right.
I think we've got 140 on one and about 150 on the other.
Oh, well, it says on the front here we have got 200 black and white images.
Yes.
It gets even better.
Yes.
And then on your floral, Rob, take a look at that.
I'm glad I wrote it down.
230. You're giving away more than you thought.
I was 100 out on each of them. That was, no, there is loads, and I kept adding to it like I do. And of course, the beauty of that is all of those can now be combined together and made into whatever you want to do. So, yeah, just very quickly, if we step back, sorry, I'm not giving the camera much time, but we talked about projects.
Oh, OK.
And I've got some just behind me here as projects.
Shall I grab one and bring it to the front? Ah, no, I love it. You can get that.
Yeah,
These are amazing. Now, the one on the that we're looking at now, that looks like it's been put on a plate, but it's not.
It's on a piece of canvas that you can buy pre-stretched and shaped.
Lovely.
And then coloured in and put on, and it looks really lovely, doesn't it?
It does.
It's just to show you that we can use them beyond just our sort of two-dimensional play, as it were, and have a little bit of fun with that as well.
Really can. Right, we're talking about fun. We're going to have fun because we're going to learn different techniques with colouring, and I think that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to head over to the demo area.
Right.
And I believe I might do a bit of colouring as well.
Yes, yes. Right, I'm going to go with florals, and then we'll start off with a little demo here. And then we'll have a little look at the CD, because I can show you everything that's on there in a little bit more detail. But what I'm going to do, I've just started some here, and I just wanted to run through with you some of the techniques that I would use. And these are just really as a serving suggestion, you know, rather than a rule that you have to stand by. But I just wanted, again, to share some of the hints and tips. Now, I'm going to put my hand in the air and say, I was talking before we went on air, when I was at school, I was told off for my bad colouring in because I just saw the lines as a guideline, and I actually wanted to be an artist ever since I was knee-high, so it wasn't that I wasn't interested in art. I just so it's quite a discipline for me to keep within the lines, but now as I've got older, I obey the rules a wee bit more. So what I'd like to do, I just started this one, and I want to share with you a couple of techniques first of all, some of the things that I would use when doing this. And as I said, there's lots of different ones out there, and this is just my sort of humble opinion on doing it. Now, I've used a mixture here of both marker pens and crayons rather, which are like this, and the pens like so. But what I'm going to do first of all is just show you a really handy little technique. Now, I'm going to work on this part here, and I've coloured it in with a marker pen, with the Spectrum Noir, and I've popped that on there. And if you want to get the shade, a little highlight or get shading in, I'm using a white pencil, which is a it's more like what they call a charcoal pencil. It's a softer pastel pencil. And if I just work in here, I can show you now, if I pop that on, we get this lovely dot of white going in there. And then either using a bit of tissue, now I'm a bit naughty, I always use my fingers and just wipe it away. We can get these lovely little highlights. And this is a great technique for blending. Now, I know you can try, and with a lot of success, blend with your pens. But I find if you want to just pop a few highlights in or blend, something like this is fantastic for just adding in the details, and I just pop it in there. It's very chalky. It is almost like a chalk. You can, and then just wipe it away like so. So we can now just add highlights into our work as well. But the fun comes with, I said, with the colouring in, really. And any of the pens that you want to use, what I call the marker pens. This is me going back to my early days. But these are the alcohol pens with the ink in them, and they come usually with 2 tips, a broad and a fine on there as well, which are fantastic because you've got a little bit more control. Now, one of the things you'll notice with the alcohol markers is that they can bleed a little bit, and that means that they tend to spread out. The nice thing with the black here is it tends to control the line a little bit. And when we used to use these, again in the old days, I would just go up to the edge and just let it just slowly bleed a little bit to the edge if you wanted to as well. And don't be afraid to leave a little bit of white in there if you want to as well. That can add a bit of interest to it. And this is where I start to slow down, and I can feel the relaxation. I just is so lovely just to work in.
It's about taking your time, isn't it, Rob?
And this is, it's the journey, not the destination. And you can just work your way along. The trick is, don't try and go straight up to the edge, and just work your way round. And you'll notice that the ink will just spread a little bit, but you know, we can keep it nicely within the lines.
I think this will make an ideal gift for your mum or your dad. Now, maybe your mum or your dad don't have a computer or the capability of printing out, but you do. So what you can do for them is print out the images and then take them round. You can give them projects, and it's a nice way for them to relax. It's a nice way for them to have a sense of achievement, to have coloured something in. I've seen colouring books when you go out to the stores. They're like £20, £25 because it's a very, very, very popular pastime. But here you can print them out again. You can use them in various different ways. You can use them for your craft projects, for your art-based projects, but also give them to your friends. If you've got a craft group that meet, maybe you've got a coffee morning, for example, this is a great way for you to print them out and then have them on the table for when people come along, and you can use it as a project to work together.
Well, that's a lovely idea, to have them there. Rather than the old days, you go round to someone's house, a jar of sweets, or help yourself to a sweet. Help yourself to a bit of colouring.
Oh, no, still have the sweets. Oh, right. Yes. We'll still have the sweets,
Yeah, actually, a bit of chocolate, maybe.
Yes.
So with our colouring in, I think the first thing to say, deep breath, which always relaxes you, breathing, and not to panic, and just have some fun with it. If you're using the pens, as I said, they lay with a lovely flat colour, but they will bleed a little bit, and by that I mean it just creeps out ever so slightly, not much, but just be aware of that. And what we try to do is work with what I call the leading edge, or the wet edge, and that you sort of work along and just keep going into it. And I tend to use almost circular motion sometimes if I'm colouring larger areas like this, just to keep what I said, that leading edge, the wet edge there. And then if I have bled over, like I have with my green a little bit, I can just come back in. But don't be too precious. I really want to share that with you. And this is coming from someone who was told off at school for not colouring in on the lines. It is about the fun and just having a go with it. So the pens are great to work with. In truth, I like them because of the intensity of the colour and the way that they work. And also, once they've dried a little bit, you can come back in with the same colour, and it will just make the tone get a little bit darker, so I can work in almost like a shadow now with the same pen. And because it's almost like watercolour painting, and that will just build up. So you can use the same pen and build up your intensity with the colours as well, like so.
Now, we've had an email in from Claire. She's enjoying the show. She's loving the colouring in. And she is favouring the floral CD. And she would like to see some of the other images and how you actually go through the programme to print them out.
Oh, absolutely.
She's got a computer.
Right,
and she can use it. She's very good, but she just wants to see just how easy that is.
Fantastic. Shall we, I can let that
we can come back to that.
And we can come back to that, and we'll have a look at some crayons and some pens and other different techniques as well. But for the moment, if we talk about the computers, and I'll do the techie stuff. I recommend, and it's free to download, Adobe Reader, because that's what this is built on, and that's how the interactivity works. If you want to use another one, you can, but you'll have to scroll through every page individually. The buttons won't work. They're all programmed to work with that one. It will run on your PC and your Apple Mac as well. So it runs across the platform, and that's the other nice thing with this as well. And I believe you can use it on your tablets as well. So. Right.
Once you've transferred the images over, you can't put your CD-ROM into your tablets, as you know.
Yes.
But you will be able to transfer the images over.
You've got some of the images you could transfer. I think if you're working with the tablets, you'll know the limitations of it as well.
I wonder, with some of your tablets, with the styluses, you can colour them in on the tablet.
Yes. And
I like that idea.
And I have some samples to show you of some I did do.
Ooh, I've got mine with me. Maybe I'll do some in between the shows as relaxing. Let's see some of the images then.
OK, so let's start with the CD. We've popped it into our computer, and it auto-runs. So up it comes, and for the PC people, just click on, because it'll say, what do you want to do? Click onto it and click onto the auto-run icon, and everything comes up for you. And now you can see what we've got. If I move it around, the mouse turns into a little hand and a pointer. So we'll start off and we come to the main page here, and this is our sort of centre part of the wheel, and everything comes back to here. Broken down into categories, and I'll just quickly go through it. We've got the large florals, our shaped florals, our floral fans, our floral baskets, our round florals, and our floral graphics. So let's start off with our large florals. And as we mentioned at the start of the programme, they come in 2 sizes ready done for you. So they'll look the same on the screen, approximately, but if I click onto here, so again we can see we've got our images here, and we can click onto set 1 or set 2, and up they come. And then from here you can look through, and this is the lovely part of this system. You see everything there and think, oh, that one looks nice. I think I'll have a go at that. And up it comes for you. And then it's simply a case of printing it out. When it comes to printing, remember to say print current page, or it will try to print everything off of the CD, just to remind you about that. And you can see here it's saying it's A4, so we had our large image. And if I just click back and go to our A5, we can see now the difference. If I click onto that, it's put into position here for you, ready to print out, fold in half, and you've got a lovely A5 card to colour in. And I'm going to show you, we've got some samples here of how we can use, I've got my word dies, but any dies that you've got as well, we can print out on white card and make into lovely greetings as well. So the whole colouring in experience is there for you. And so that's a sample of the lovely cards that we've got here. And these are just more stylised, large or A5 florals to colour in. And I think for me that's really good fun. But we've got a little bit more specific ones on here as well. So again, obviously it's a floral CD. I'll just go on to the A4 here. And we've got another set here. We've got 30 here. And these are what I call shaped cards. And we've just got a range of different, almost what they call the Mandela style type cards. And there's a whole range of different styles and techniques for you to work with. From, let's look, and that was quite simple, to something, well, let's show you this one, which again could be a little bit more complicated if you wanted it to be, or as simple as you wanted it to be as well.
I mean, the images themselves, so intricate but so beautiful to colour, and over 240 images. That is, and that's just in that one CD-ROM alone. You can buy it individually if you want to, but plenty of you going for the bundle today of both the fantasy and the floral. So much fun, these really are. There are groups on Facebook and groups online of people that love their colouring in, that do this pastime, that you can get in touch with. It's something of quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Something when something's very, very popular, big trend. It's a big trend at the moment to use this kind of style of colouring in, rather than an image of, let's say, a teddy bear or a flower, which has large areas to colour in. It's more the intricate detail that's attracting people back to colouring.
And I think it's because, again, it's this thing about the enjoyment of doing it. There's a purpose to it, but at the same time, you're relaxing and having fun with it. And as you say, it's a very, very big pastime. Now, I've definitely got a nod towards our crafters here with the card making, but it does open itself up to general as well, as just general crafting. And on this section here, I've just picked out one at random from the fans. Now, I always used to like fans, and I know lots of crafters out there do. And so when I get the chance, I've added this in here. And remember, of course, these are just the larger images, but we can use those and shrink them down with the graphics as well. A wee bit later on, we'll have a little look at that. And then we've got our floral baskets as well. This is nice because, again, I've given you a range of something. Let's look at this. Very simple, nice and simple to do. It doesn't look overly complicated, but still can be fascinating to colour in. Through to the other end of the spectrum, let's go to here, perhaps someone who wants a little bit more of a challenge. But again, you can simplify that down if you want to. And I must stress that, because although it could look quite complicated, it could be, again, quite simple to colour in. It's up to you how much you want to put in there. And that's the beauty and the fun of this.
Yeah. What we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the Fantasy CD-ROM next, but I want to remind you of what you're getting. If you want the floral on its own, you can go for that. Over 240 images on there. They're fascinating, they really are. When you print them out and you see the detail and then you start to colour in, you're going to love this, you really are. Your friends are going to love this, your family's going to love this as well. So you can get that on its own if you want to. If you want the Fantasy on its own, then that is available. Again, over 200 black and white images ready for you to colour in. I love the Fantasy, I think that might be my favourite. £14.99. Now the value, of course, is in the bundle of both. And you have a saving, what's a sedum? There you go, a saving and a freedom price on here as well. So if you are a freedom member, you're going to save even more. Now, £24.98 is an introductory price. You're saving £5 on that, but as a freedom member, you're saving £7.50. And that means you can get these home delivered for £22.48. That's both of the CD-ROMs for you. They work on your computers and they work on your Macs as well. These are going to be fabulous to print out and give as a gift, I think. What you can do, you can bind them together, you can staple them together, you can give them individually, but it means they're projects for your family, for your friends, for your mum, for your dad. Maybe you've got parents, maybe they don't get out as much as they used to, for example, and this is going to be a really nice project for them, because what you can do, you can buy them some crayons, you can buy them some pencils, you can buy them some pens. We've got plenty available for you on the Hochanda website, and you can give them as a gift. You can give them as a gift, and then they can start to sit down, relax, and start to colour in. Now, because you can use these on A4, you get a really nice size on them, and you can also scale them down to A5, so you can make cards. And what better way than to give a card that someone colours in? That would be an exceptional gift. So you could make it into a card, you could buy them a pack of pens, and you could give that as a gift. And then it's something that you're giving, but they're creating. Or you might want to colour it in before you give it. Let me just turn that around the right way. There you go. There's those birds. Beautiful images. This is simply gorgeous as well. Landscape or the portrait mode. Isn't she beautiful with the wings? Again, this is going to be different each and every time you colour it in. You could print this out and give it to 3 of your friends, and they'll all look completely different. Maybe some of your friends might use some embossing powder on here and add glitter, embellish it as well. It's not just about colouring, it's about the images. Isn't she beautiful for the summer months? Again, is this from the Fantasy range? Yeah, Fantasy range, you can see. Still got the lovely floral in there. Again, another image from the Fantasy. Oh, she is sensational with the berries there, maybe for the autumn. And we have got, I love this, this is from the Mechanical Animals. Look at that. Very, very cool and very, very on trend. We're going to have a look at this CD-ROM next. But I love this. I love all the cogs that are in there. And you can see some embossing powder's been used on here, some Nouveau drops, embellished it as well around the sides. Make great artwork. We'll also make great projects as well. Now, that's using it in one way. Look at this. Let me get this on. This is the Mechanical I was going to say gremlin, but it's not, it's chameleon. Oh, I had gremlin in my head. I'm thinking mechanicals and gremlins. That's fantastic. I absolutely love that. Again, it's very on trend, isn't it? This kind of style, this kind of steampunk, mechanical style images that you're going to get.
Sorry, just...
Yes. Yes, Rob.
With you on this one, just to say now, on this example here, I took the image into a very simple graphics package, free to download, and dropped the colours in using the computer. And I found it worked great if you have dexterity problems but you want to join in on the colouring.
Yes, sure.
Or even for the kids and for the older people. I actually find this almost, not quite, as relaxing as just dropping in little buckets of paint into each of the sections.
Yeah, and then you can print it out.
And printing it out. So that's just another technique to share with you.
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. What would be great with this, you could laminate it, and then that could be your placemat at your parties, your garden parties. You know, for the kids, you know, maybe this, you know, you've got a little boy, a little girl, grandson, granddaughter, and they don't like dinner times, you know what it's like. The food's more on the table than it is in their tummies. But if you get something like this, laminate it and then place their food on there, it'd be pretty cute for them. Or it might be, here's another idea. So you've got a dinner party, you don't want to exclude the younger members of the family. Print this out, give them some crayons, it will keep them entertained as you sit there with your family and friends. So you can use it as artwork, you can make and create your cards, you can use it as a pastime if you want to, you can use it to entertain, you can use it as an entertainment as well by printing them out and showing your friends. I've just seen one of my favourites, and that of course is the fox. Yes. Now, nearly a quarter of the stock has gone of both CD-ROMs. Now, with that, you are getting your floral CD-ROM, and over that, you've got over 240 different black and white images, so you can just print these out and start colouring them in. With these lovely love heart style shapes, the flowers in there building up your poses. We've got some baskets in there as well. And your butterflies, it's about the intricate detail printed out and then colouring in. And to help you relax as well, we all need something at the end of the day to help us just take away the hardship of what we've just been through. That journey home, was it a struggle? That day at work, was it hard? Maybe you've been looking after the grandkids, and as much as you love them, you need that relaxation time. But not just when they've gone home, how about when they're with you?
Yes.
So instead of racing around the garden, throwing balls, playing tennis, going down the park, have a bit of relaxation time and print them out and colour them together. Great price. Combined as a Freedom member, you are getting that extra discount. So both of these to you, delivered directly to your door. Now, we do have more for you on the show. We've got some Spectrum Noir pens. You might want to go for these. It's an introductory price. You're saving £10, so you're getting 48 in total. But the best way to buy is Flexi-Buy. 2 payments, £29.99 today, plus your P&P, and then we'll take your second payment in June. It means you've got the whole colouring system for when you get your CD-ROMs home as well. Now, if you prefer pencils, which I know many of you do, we've got Colour Blend available for you. 48 in this pack, and you're saving £5 on that, $44.98. They're brand new today, but of course the best way to buy, Flexi-Buy, saving £5, $22.49 today, plus your P&P gets these home. And then we'll take the next payment from you in June. It means you've got them, you're ready to go, and you can start colouring in when you pop them in your basket with your CD-ROMs. Now, we've had a question from Kay, Rob.
Okay. Hi,
now, Kay wants to know, right, she wants to know what card you've used to print your images on.
All right, that's a very good question, and I was coming to that. It really is up to you. Now, that sounds fairly vague. I have used, strangely enough, because I had 160 GSM that had a slightly matte surface. It has a tooth to it, which I found quite good. But in truth, 250 GSM is probably my preferred card if I'm going for something bigger. But because you're colouring in, if you are, oh, sorry, let's just qualify that. If you're colouring in, say, an image like this, and you're just using it to have fun, and you've no intention of it being a card, then 120 GSM, even 90 GSM will be absolutely fine. If you're going to use some wet media, i.e. you're going to use water-soluble media, go for a slightly thicker card. Now, for my smaller ones here, which I've partly started, strangely, I've used 160 GSM because that's what I had available, but it does seem to work quite nicely. But my recommendation, to sum it all up, would be 250 GSM if you've got it.
Right.
Now, you don't have to have the super smooth. I would use the super smooth possibly more if I was using the alcohol style markers, but I do prefer something with what I call a bit of tooth. It's like the old-fashioned cartridge paper, we used to call it, a slightly more mottled surface rather than a really smooth, what we call hot press surface on there.
Thanks for your question, Kate. Thank
It's
you.
a good question, but basically, and I know this is going to sound, whatever you have will work really well.
Yes,
and
it
that's
will.
the lovely thing about it. It's a chance to use up all those odd, strange paper assortments you've
Yes.
gathered over time.
Right, let's take a look at the fantasy. Let's take a look at some animals. Let's take a look at these fabulous images
Okay,
that you
yes.
can print out at home and start to colour in. And you can also manipulate these as well.
Right, again, everything is sort of click, print, craft ready for you. And I'll very quickly run through the categories we have here. So we have our fairies, our mermaids and dragons, which also includes some knights, our mythical animals, our mythical pets, our mechanical beasts, and again our fantasy graphics as well. So we'll perhaps try and have a little peek at that because it works the same both ways. Just a quick word about the graphics before we dive on in. There is a video tutorial on how to use them. If you click on the top here, you will need an internet connection. And there's updates and downloads, so there's free bits and pieces as well. But that will take you to a tutorial page and you can see how to use the very simple graphics package that is kind of evolved in here. Or if you right-click onto the CD and you can access all of the PNG images. But I will have a little wee peek at that in a moment. So I'll click onto the fairies. Again, two flavours, A4 and A5 cards already made. I'll just click onto the A5 because it comes up a wee bit bigger on the screen. And again, you can see our sets here. We have 20 images. And let's just, at random here, I'm going to pick these out here. So on this one, you actually get a double set, but on the A5 card, I've put these in individually for you. But I rather liked grouping them together on here for the colouring in. Thought it was a nice contrast between the two. But of course, the beauty of this is the flexibility that it gives you to make it your way. Got a lovely lady here, who's just sort of our floral fairy with her lovely hair day going on there.
Yes, love that.
Wouldn't it be nice to have flowers for hair? Through to our more, as we've seen it, our sort of traditional fairies here as well for you to work with.
I like those townscapes.
Yes, now I've put a couple of what I call sort of fairy castles in there as well. And again, remember, we can pull this into the graphics and overlay different images. I just thought that would be fun to have a sort of fantasy castle, fantasy town as well on there. And so 2 lots of imagery, 2 sets. Now on this one, we've also got our unicorns on here as well that we've seen. And our, let's have a look, and we've got a lovely little sort of princess fairy here with her little ponies and butterflies and flowers as well. So I'd like to think that we're covering some quite good age group ranges as well here for you. Very quickly, mermaids and dragons. And again, I'll click onto the A4 set and a slightly more detailed working here for you. Again, you could make it simple, but I do like sometimes the challenge of saying I'm going to colour every little section in if I'm having a really stressful day. And let's click onto the castle and the dragon here with something which is a little bit simpler if you want to just quickly work your way in.
Look at that dragon wrapping itself around that castle. You know, the kids and the grandkids are going to love using this, aren't they, Rob? As well as you at home. I think they will. And then, now the lovely thing about this one, we've got some fabulous imagery and lots of, and I know you struggle for cards for men and the boys as well, so I have included some lovely ones on here as well. So those are there. Now we've got, which I really love these, our mythical animals and mythical pets. So let's very quickly click onto here. And again, there's 30 in here. I just couldn't stop. I thought they're so great. And there is a range of everything. I've added all the weird and wonderful animals that my kids like, from snails to jellyfish, through to the more, to our leopards, as well as our wolves as well. And again, what I love about this particular one for colouring in is on the surface it can look quite complicated.
but when you look at it and break it down, there's just panels of colour that you could lay flat colour into if you want to, and they look absolutely stunning. They're really beautiful to work with, and dare I say it, just working with black and white images actually looks really nice as well. And again, we've got our wolf. You can see the style that he's in here, and we've got our sharks, our ponies and our eagle and our birds there, and I'll just very quickly run you through because these are, I think, rather fun. We've seen our frog, we've got our owl, we've got monkeys. My boys are big into those. Our lovely fox as well, our wildlife, and our birds as well, through to our more exotic animals like the giraffe and the lion there. And on the third set here, we've got the chameleon, one of my favourites, and meerkat. Let's just click onto him. Always been popular, our meerkats. So I know lots and lots of you love those. Through to our little prairie dog as well, which I've always loved these. Very cute, aren't they? Again, great to work on. And now I've put mythical pets in as well, so I'll just click back and you can see how we go through the CD. It's just a couple of clicks. These, if you love your pets, I hope I've included your favourite in here. So set number 1, very general. We've got our kittens, chickens and bunnies. I've got the shade of bunny.
You wouldn't put them together in the same pen, would you?
Actually, when they're young, they all play together.
So super cute.
Yeah, it's just fun, isn't it?
Oh, look at the images you've got in the bunny. So just at the back in the
Yes,
leg,
if I show
you've got
you
that little townscape.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely? So what you've got there is images in the images.
And
I love that.
You'll notice that on some of them as we go through. There's little bits in there. So we've got our cats, different styles, long-haired. You'll see as we go through our rabbits. And now, we used to have goldfish as pets because I thought they'd be easy.
Oh, wow.
And again, you can see a scene within here. Or if you have a fisherman, someone who enjoys their fishing, that will be on there as well, through our parrots and a whole range. I've split into then our dogs. I know lots of you have. I'm sorry if I haven't got your favourite breed in here, but there was I've just gone for a cross section, which would be fun to colour in. Can I just show you this chap here, Great Dane? Because he just looks so.
Oh,
he's got that look, hasn't he?
Great Dane?
Yeah, he's just like, I love you.
Oh,
and I'm big and I've got nothing to prove. You know?
I love the doggy.
Through to, I said, we've got the little pretty dogs here as well. So
beautiful.
Lots and lots of fun for you there.
Oh, you really are going to have lots of fun.
Yeah.
I've got a print out here, Rob, of a cow. This is gorgeous. It really is. Imagine colouring this in.
My West Country roots coming out here.
and popping that into a frame onto your wall. But it gives you a really good perspective of what it's like with the black and white image across there, which looks fantastic. But then when you start to colour it in, it is beautiful, stunning. And the borders as well that you get, you can use. Now, you could, if you wanted to, cut out a couple of these and start to use applique on this to make those designs really stand out.
Yeah.
Here's another example of the black and white image, so intricate, but how it comes to life when you start to add the colour. It really does pop out.
And there's no rules with the colouring.
No.
However bright you want to go, it's up to you. And we can decoupage as well. This is just to show you the starting point.
That's the word I was looking
here.
for, not applique. Decoupage. Yes, thank you.
But I like the idea of applique as well. So this is the great thing, you know, it's your project, you make it your way, but we can just work our way along.
And that's a great card that you can actually
and just
create.
to show you, just for a second, if you want to use it as an A4, make big A4 cards, and you want the back folding and you haven't got A3, pop it down on there and just fold it back like so, and that gives you the back of the card. So I share that with you as a technique for making bigger cards.
Now, here's something for you if you're afraid of snakes. Look at that! That's amazing! I love that. Oh, the kids are going to adore
There's some lovely
popping these
things
together.
If we get a moment, I'd love to show you the mechanical beasts, because I've got some amazing things in there. Which
using watercolours is fabulous, as well as using your inks and your paints.
Absolutely. Now, just when it comes to watercolours, I would favour something like a watercolour pencil and blending it.
Okay.
Because if you're printing with your home printer, the inks tend not to be waterproof. So if you stretch the paper, you can sometimes pick it up a little bit. That said, I have been experimenting with a range of techniques, and I'll share those on the website of
please.
how to overcome some of this, because as a watercolour painter, my first instinct is to go straight for the watercolour paints. But with the inks not being waterproof on most of the printers, I'm trying to show you different ways, and I think I've got it cracked, but I want to make sure before I just say, everyone, this is a great technique. So it's work in progress. But that said, you'll see many of the samples here today where we've used, and I've got some here that are with water-soluble pencils that you can work with and work very, very well. There's some lovely samples here. I've got one more to show you. It's a great way of creating a card. Let me place these down for you. One more to show you that caught my eye. Brilliant. How did you do this? That's from the printout. No, this is from the printout, and one of my lovely crafters made this. It was not me. So what they've used, and if we probably turn it around, you see it's just a basic... Oh, I've just shown it there. You can see a cardboard ring here, just cut out, and then just using a material to gather it for the back, and then using one of the A4 images cut out and then placed on it. And the MDF shapes as well could be used if you... while shutting out the outside world and concentrating on what you are doing. As a Freedom member, you're saving £7.50, just £22.48 to get these delivered home to you. They work with your Macs and they work with your PCs as well. Now, if you want them individually, you can do. £14.99 if you want to go for the fantasy. That might be my favourite, actually. And then a different item number if you want to go for the floral. So the floral is 317924, £14.99. Both of them brand new today, but the best way to get them, in my opinion, because once you start using one, you're going to think, oh, I wish I'd got the other one home, because they're fantastic. So the best way to buy is getting the two together combined for £24.98. But as a Freedom member, it gets even better. £22.48 delivered directly to your door. Right, we've only got 10 minutes left. Don't know where the show's gone. See, we're nice and relaxed now. I was thinking I've got so much colouring to show you now. I am back on at 12, so I might try and make that a bit more technique-y. Okay. But I know lots of you can only catch the 8 o'clock show, so I want to very quickly run through... Is it 8 o'clock? I thought it was later. That's how relaxed I am. I know. That's how relaxed I am. Oh, 8 o'clock. Before you shuttle off to work, or whatever activity you're doing today, the beasts I've put in, mechanical beast. Now, you know, I love my gears, my cogs and things like that. And people often say to me, Robert, I struggle for cards for the man in my life or the teenage boy and even the teenage girl. So I thought these would be lovely to work with. Now, there's 30 in the set. And if I just very quickly just click on so we can see the different animals here that we've got. And then we'll just come back and have a little look at some of them in more detail. And again, a range of things here. I'll tell you what, I don't know what it is, but anything with teeth, my kids, I've got 3 boys, as you know, they just love anything with teeth. So I've got the piranha here, but lots of people I know are fishermen. It seems to be a big holiday, big pastime. Again, very relaxing. So if you're doing cards for perhaps somebody who knows a king fisherman, there's some lovely images in here as well. And just for the kids, they just love the teeth. And so a whole range and some quite crazy things like a mechanical snail, because my son loves snails. I think he's grown out of it now, but there we go. So different animals that you can use to choose from there, and fantastic. Now I'm showing you the A4 ones. Don't forget, of course, these come ready prepped for you as A5 cards to colour in and pop a greeting on. And I'm going to just quickly run through the cards just to show you a technique for that. I'll just show you it on the card. Again, just great to work with. So all these wonderful images come on there. Now, I know we're short of time, so I very quickly want to just touch on the graphics package. And what I say here works for both of them. So what we're going to do is click onto Fantasy Graphics. Now, this is going to click into the next page here. And just to say, I'm using full screen here. Sometimes I'm using Adobe Reader, the later one, because I know most of you are probably using this. Sometimes a little screen comes across the side. You just have to click it and it disappears. But I'm just working full screen mode, so it's less intrusive. You might want to do that at home. Now, we've actually gone to a separate little bit of the program here. It's seamless and it joins in. And hey, when you look at it at first glance, that looks just like the CD we've looked at. The difference is here, if I click onto the pages, let's click on... Do you have a favourite, a sort of an animal that you'd like to choose?
Let's go for the Kingfisher.
The Kingfisher, which is just down here.
Yes.
So I'm going to click onto that page. Now, the first thing that you'll notice is as you click onto these...
What's a hummingbird?
A hummingbird. Yes. A blue box comes around it, and that means it's ready to copy. Now, this image looks small. You can blow this up to A4. You can even go up to as big as A3 if you want to, and the detail will be in there. Do not be deceived by the size of these pictures.
Yeah.
They are huge, amazing bits of graphics behind the scenery that you don't have to worry about. Now, on your... I haven't got the screen to show you here just to make it better for the TV. I'm using a Mac here, but I often use the PC at home. It'll be Control-C, Control-V, which is Command-C. So I'm going to go Command-C here.
Which copies it.
Copies it. And I'm going to choose one of the graphics. I'm going to go for landscape, just because it shows up a bit better here. And hopefully with the magic of TV, Control-V, that pastes it in here. Now, I've done this. If you see this, that won't print. That's an A5 card. That's an A5 squared. Once it's in there, I can move it around. I can drag onto it and change the size of it. You can see the arrow, so I can make it larger if I want to. If I click onto the little arrow up here, and if I can just click onto that, oh, I can just turn it around and angle it as well. Then I can hit return, or if I'm going to use, I think it's Command and the arrow key here now, I can go back to the same page I was at and pick out another image. So let's just say the fox, Command-C or Copy-C, and click back to here. And again, just click down. Oh, I've gone to that, so let's return. Getting a bit ahead of myself there. Back to the graphics. And let's go back down to here. Oh. So my mouse, I'm on a piece of wood and it's going in. Oh, I'll just click on any page because it all goes to the same one. Yes. There we go. And then go back to Command V. So I'm working between different systems. And basically what we can do, as we see here, it mats and layers one on top of the other. And you'll see as that changes, we can make it bigger. And so now we've got the capability of creating our own images on there, and I am going to hit the return key and come back to the main menu, and we've got our frames and our cogs and our gears here. So again, we could pick a frame. Let's just go to here. So you get the hang of this. And I'm just going to just very quickly just copy those there. And, keep doing it all I want. Portrait, that would be better. And paste it again, and because this is now the top layer, now I have got a complete little package that runs through this, but I just wanted to show you very quickly how we can work with our graphics here and move bits and pieces around. Now imagine with the florals as well, you can create your own cards. You've got all the images in here to make some wonderful things as well. It's
fabulous, and each and every card will be different because you can add, you can take away, you can enlarge, you can make them smaller and add those frames as well. Lovely cards for your dad, for those masculine cards as well, something that you can take your time to colour in, or as a gift, give the card and give the pen so they can colour it in. It's like a little project for them, but it's also a gift as well. Using it in this native state, that black and white image, I still love it in this. It's lovely. And using some embossing powder on there as well to make that image really stand out.
Very subtle, isn't it? But it's quite nice to work with. Now, amongst our foray of cards, and we have rummaged through them, just very quickly to say now greetings messages.
Yes.
How do we do that? If you're importing it into a graphics package, you can add it in there. But on some of the cards, and I bet we can't find it now, because they lean across here.
Yes.
On one of them, I've actually got, basically, to run you through the technique, well, we hopefully can find something. This comes close to it. We can actually cut it out. This is part of our die set, but you can colour them in. Now, I've actually got the words where we've coloured each individual letter differently on, like the birthday and the signs.
Oh, wow.
So that just adds another colouring dimension to your project. And it's the one card here we can't find. We have a massive pile of cards. But to share that technique with you, it is good fun to use any of your dies, and you can... I cut out in 250 GSM card and then colour the individual letters just to add some more excitement, and it brings the words and sentiments and greetings into the cards, and also that lovely theme of colouring and having fun as well.
It is an amazing deal with over 440 images for you to use, for you to print out. Not just print out the once either, print out again and again and again. So if you find an image, I love that. And your friend sees it and they go, I love that.
Yes.
You can actually give it to them with some pens, or maybe they've got some pencils or markers or inks that they can use, and then they too can have a go. It's a gift that really will keep on giving, and it's a gift that you can give to yourself so that in your spare time, in your downtime, you can colour in, you can relax. Or you could give it to your parents. Maybe it's something for them to colour in. I had a friend of mine who worked on a reception. There were certain areas, certain times that were very, very quiet. And instead of sitting there just twiddling her thumbs, waiting for the next person to walk in, these projects were there for her and she was colouring them in, and it just kept herself active,
yes,
but also kept her relaxed. So there's nothing worse than just sitting there doing nothing. Why don't you do something? Why don't you do something creative? And you can do that. You really can. It's a great deal, £22.48. That's your freedom price for both CD-ROMs. You can buy them individually, but most popular today in the show has been the package together. We've got pens, we've got pencils, we've got colouring in materials on the website, so if you do want to add those to your basket as well, you can do. But nearly 40% of the CD-ROMs as the collection together has gone, so very, very busy. Now, you can buy in between the shows, and we will be back at 12 o'clock. But if anyone's at home and they're going, right, OK, I've got a computer, I've got a Mac, what would you say to them if they're thinking about going for this?
I would say it's a wonderful chance to dip your toe into the water and have a go at some crafting, which will give you a whole new outlook on what you can do with your card making, and also perhaps have a wonderful time learning to relax a little bit more and making a range of cards for friends and families, slightly unusual ones, different ones, and designing your own cards as well. So it's a very inclusive sort of crafting project. If you can work with friends, have a chat, it's lovely. It's about crafting, it's about art, because you're painting in there with colours, with pens and pencils, and never underestimate the power of using art as a way of relaxing and for people to do. I know we're in a digital age, but I kid you not, even my teenage boys will pick up some crayons and have a go, and they are so digitally teched up as to be unbelievable. As human nature, we enjoy being creative. This is a wonderful outlet for you.
It really is. It really is. A great way to spend your time, and a great way to spend your time with friends as well. But you do need to check out your baskets. You can buy in between the hours. Rob will be back at 12 o'clock, but please stay where you are. Plenty more coming up. Thanks, Rob. We'll see you later. Thank you. Sheena Douglas One Day Special is coming up right now. Lizzie is in the building, yes, and I've got Lizzie a little later on with Fabricits and Impression Obsession a little later on. Ooh.
Hi, I'm Emma.
And I'm Pam.
And we're from Quilters Trading Post. We've been open since 2007, so we're coming up to 10 years now.
We started our business in Cambridge, really, with a long-arm quilting machine. We decided we wanted to make a proper business of it, so we bought a shop in this area. We soon grew out of that because we became successful, and we bought a school, and now we're in the school.
We have 4 parts to our business. We have the quilting service, we run workshops, we sell patchwork and quilting threads, fabrics and notions, and we do patterns and books. That's our newest thing, and our favourite being our Crafters Carry-All.
We've really enjoyed being on Hochanda. It's made us famous, really. We've got lots of people who now come into the shop and tell us that they've seen us, and that they've enjoyed the demonstrations, and they've watched us over and over again.
Make sure you don't miss our shows here on Hochanda.
Welcome to the newest exciting way to shop here at Hochanda, Craft Price Drop. Tune in for your favourite craft brands at absolutely incredible low prices. Make sure to get in early before the quantity reaches 0 and the price locks. You've got to be in it to win it. Everybody pays the lowest price.
Hi, I'm Katie from Sussex, and I've been crafting since I had my first daughter 16 years ago. I've been in the craft industry now for 5 years, and in that time I've become a creative designer and worked with many companies. I'm really pleased to be working for Sizzix and to be on Hochanda to bring you inspiration and education and show you how to get the best from our machine and our dies. With Sizzix, the possibilities are endless and we want to show you how. So don't forget to tune in for my shows with Sizzix here on Hochanda.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? I hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. I definitely am, because I'm going to spend the whole hour with the super talented Sheena Douglas and this amazing one-day special. Look, very, very busy for the one-day special. I know. As a presenter, I'm really conscious when I say that, because I know it can suddenly this meeting, you're like, we're always busy. We are generally always busy. But as one-day specials go, and I will be giving you a very big stock update in a moment. But let's have a look at what we've got. So, one-day special time. We give you something that we're particularly proud of at a great price. Take a look at this. Sheena Douglas word die and stamp set. So your sentimental collections. Words you are going to use. Look at the size of these. Statement dies. Sentiments. So smile there. You've got your outside cutting edge and inside cutting detail. So look, the beauty of this, you've got your mat, you've got your layer, but also works great for cards, for mixed media, for artwork, for home decor, for... You get the idea. You've also got the stamps as well. And just to show you an inspiration, brilliant. Okay, I just picked this up at random. I hadn't chosen what I was going to pick up. Have a look at that. You see, when it's the size and also the font, I think, too. Isn't that cool? Or what about these? Big words, by the way. Very big in scrapbooking. Now, I can't take credit for that. I know Lottie, my producer, very talented crafter, you'll know her. She's telling me she's really big into her scrapbooking. But isn't that, it's a nice dramatic word. Create a beautiful background. You can have some fun. OK, listen. I am going to bring Sheena in a moment and we're going to talk through why this is such a great one-day special. But let me just get rid of some housekeeping, because look at that price, because you're saving £14. You've got 2 flexi payments as well. So just to say, at the end of this one-day special, so after final call at 5 this afternoon, that price is going to go back up to £73.90. That's a great price for 20 dies and 20 stamps. But, and I need to stress to you, we've got more. So don't place your order just yet, OK? Because stick with me here. We've got another bundle for you. So this is kind of like an add-on that complements the one-day special. This is your celebration collection. Exactly the same principle. You've got, oh, come on, really usable. Birthday all day long. We're going to be using that throughout the whole year. Congratulations as well. You've got more elements into the mix and you've got the stamp, OK? Really, really usable set. And that is the key, because as crafters, if you're going to invest in something, you want to invest in something you're going to use. 24 dies. You're also getting, obviously, the stamps as well. 16 stamps in there too. £22.96. You're saving £12. Stick with me here, OK? So, £14 saving here. £11 saving here. Now, if you wanted to go for the complete bundle, you'd get an additional £11 saving. So, £14 saving here, £11 saving here. Go for the complete bundle, you get another £11 saving. Here's the thing, you've also got a freedom price. Can you believe that? A freedom discount on the complete collection. So that means you're getting an additional discount there. So, all right, one more time. 14 here, 11 here, complete collection, you're saving another £11. And then as a freedom member, you're saving £9.48 on top of that. I know I've thrown a lot of numbers at you. Can I just say, just to sum up, if you want a cheat sheet, go for the complete collection, you're saving a lot. That's my advice. But I have to say, everyone going for the complete collection at the moment. So we are oh, I told you, this is the stock update I wanted to give. Complete collection at the moment, we are approaching 70% of the stock. It's 9 in the morning. We got 3 hours today. You know, you're getting 43 dies. Apologies, 44 dies, and you're also getting 41 stamps as part of the complete collection. I'm so sorry you've listened to me drone on, but here we go. This is a complete collection in all its glory, and I will be introducing you to the inspiration behind this fantastic one-day special. in just a moment, Sheena Douglas. Now, look, can I also say, as part of the free, complete collection, 3 flexi payments of £28.45. You're saving £20.48 on top of the saving of the one-day special and the add-on. Do you know what? That first flexi payment is less than you'd pay for your flexi payment worth part of the one-day special. So, there we go. Sheena, I am sorry, because that was... Do you know what I feel like? You know when you're at school and the maths teacher's just droning on? I hope I haven't got everyone turned off. But it is a fantastic one-day special. Yeah, I know.
No, you've lost me.
I know, I felt like it.
Yeah, honestly, we're joining on, Joel, because the thing is...
It's important to get
well,
across.
It's massively important, because, you know, with a brand new launch, as this is, and Perfect Partners launch, which is months and months in the planning, we give you a discount. We give you good discounts, as Hochanda, we always do, because we want you to be able to get the full picture. But we don't discount, and then discount again. This is the biggest saving that I've ever been involved with. And then freedom, which is fabulous. You know, it's great, because we're supporting you out there in the channel, so I'm good.
So, let's show everyone what we're actually getting. How are we going to use this?
Here's the thing. With the samples that we have on the show, you're going to see so many samples that are amazing by my team. But they're the words combined with what I called originally charms, the extra dies that are the perfect partner elements. They're the bits that are the die cut and the stamps that go together. And they look great. They look modern. They look clean. If you want them to look like that, they're quite contemporary looking. But the words are your worker dies, and they're to use with all your other stamps, dies, folders that we've been bringing to you. So with the aid of this fabulous camera, what we did was I was going to show you some inspiration and show you the words, show you what you're getting, talking through why you know they're cool. Well, and then show you some inspiration. So this is the packaging, but as always, the dies themselves always look. The packaging's great because Crafters Companion, but they're always better. So just to explain, every word, whether it's a cursive letter, whether it's a joined up letter, like this brush lettering style, which is so modern, right? It's all popular right now, has been joined. I'll show you why, and I'll show you what I've done with the other ones, so that everything comes out of the die in one bit. I've had words before where you've got a great word, but when you take it out, you've got separate letters. So now I've got to try and draw a line to make them straight, because if they're not straight, I go straight to it. If the space in between the letters isn't straight, I go straight to it. Typography is not easy to get it looking right, but when it's all together, I've done that for you. Now what you also get is an outline, so you get a mat. You get the word, and then you get a mat for that to sit on. Let me show you why these work. This is one of the samples that, if I pass them on to you, we could do like a little. This is one of the cards that I created. We did together on a show live. Last time I was here, less than 2 weeks ago.
Can I just say, I love this.
Isn't it cool? Really nice. These are Donna's second release of our fairy stamps. But it's very dreamy, isn't it? Oh look, it is. Because then the words, see, how cool is that? That totally makes that card now.
Changes the whole dynamic.
And because it's a die, there's the base, there's the word. We've just cut them out black and white, so you see them in the most basic form. That could be glitter card, mirror card, any card, inked up.
But how great would that look?
Fabulous, Yanis. And the thing is, they can make them stand outside the card. Here's a different little bit example there of another, maybe a different. This was my sparkle pen stamps there. So whatever the style, all the things we've been bringing you, this is where these stamps, these dies are going to fit with what you've already gone. Let's move on to...
It's the size as well, Sheena, that really, I think, lends
that's right. They've bold, big images. Now, the love here. Now, this is what I was talking about. That's not a cursive font. That's a separate serif font. You see these little bits here? This is what we call a serif font. So if this had been in just words, even if I'd had the heart in there, they'd all fall out separately. So what I did was I created some artwork around it. I wanted it to look like there's a cast shadow. So I've made sure that cast shadow and land joins all the letters.
That's very clever.
So it means that they all come out together. That's the die, and then let me show you a little bit of inspiration here. This is
artwork.
Simple. It's really cool, Yanis. This is a background I created. It's got like a shadow, one of my stamps there in the background. There's the floral element, but we need something more on it. When you pop the love there, how cool does that look together? We've got that really pretty. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, love it.
Do you know what? That is so original, though. I love the heart in the O, but also the actual font. I think is really nice.
And then you've got the little hearts there that come out of that as well. So now you've got the card.
That's the waist from the.
And you've got a good size die there.
Sheena, that's a win. Okay, I'm
thank you.
Down to a win.
Now this one is the one that you don't want to send too much. I send it quite a bit because I'm usually like late. Can't get the card, but they're never always on time. But they're so sorry. But the stamps, I should say, to go with this, that will say, so sorry I missed your birthday, or so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
So it gives context around the large
Brilliant.
word. There's the word. Oh, there's my stamp. There's the word.
Yeah.
Now here's another little bit of inspiration. This is another one of my my stamps. Really just pretty
I love that. I
floral.
remember that,
So
yeah.
if this was a, you know, say a sympathy card, just very, you know, understated, so that it's just the words are there. If you do white on white, it's there.
Sheena, that is beautiful.
But it's not, isn't it? I think it's elegant. It's tasteful.
That really is.
And
Tasteful is a great
yes,
description for it.
Yeah,
It's
and
stunning.
see how fine the font is. This is, you know, so moving on. We've got so much to show you. Hopefully this has shown you how these are worker ones. These aren't just something you're going to use now and again. You're going to use these all the time. The smile, I gave the little smiley face. I thought that was quite cute. You can snip him off just at that little point there if you don't want it on. But I made sure it was attached to the L, so even that comes out with the word if you wanted
I'm thinking
to.
orange. That'd be great for Halloween as well.
Yeah, absolutely perfect for Halloween. One of Donna's fabulous 3D stencils here. Sunny, shiny, fat, cool.
Oh, how
I
good
love
is
that.
that?
A little cash
Bit of crackle.
But check that out. That just to me, that works with that, doesn't it? It's a happy, shiny, smiley image. Yeah.
Love that.
Cool, isn't it? Yeah.
That looks awesome. Sheena, that looks amazing.
It's fab,
Seriously.
isn't it?
But it does show they will just work
they
with
just
everything.
work. So the next one, we're going to bring some of these little charms in, and we're going to use this flower one in this when we make a card, a complete card. So you've got the charms. These are what I call the charms. But look, they're big. Oh, cover that again. They're big words, yeah?
Wow.
And big. I wanted a happy flower, just a very stylized, funky kind of, you know, modern-looking flower. Again, this one, I've made this flower separate so that it'll come out of the stamp, so you can use that one because it's a bigger element. But there's another card that was we just made in recent shows. The happy. Look at how fine this is. That is super fine. So that can pop up there, and then I think because that's a happy card again, you can have the laugh there. But because it's a die, you can have it dropped below the, you know, coming out of the frame if you want it to.
Lovely.
You know, have it wherever you want it. Well, it's just.
It's the size. I know we keep talking about the size, Sheena, but also because this is my first out in the One Day Special with you. You can see how much of attention you put to the lettering, and they're not just letters, it's works of art, stand alone.
Well, if we bring that one back, Yanis, let me just show you, sorry, I know you said that, but if you look, the lettering here, I wanted different scaled letters. That's just not a capital, that's a much larger scale than the U, because I wanted it to look quirky and cool, and I wanted it to have that space for the flower if you want to pop the little flower there too, or any embellishment.
It's the lines you've given there to each of the letters. You've given it character. Can I just tell you that we've got very busy phone lines at the moment. The complete collection, we're at 70% of the stock and rising. It's the first show today. We've got 3 shows. Now that's, can I just say, 28.45 today for 44 dies and how many stamps? It's 41 stamps. Sorry, I'm asking you. There, 3 flexi payments. Now, 869383, your item number. Busy, busy, busy. Sorry, Sheena, I interrupted.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, this is the thing, you know, I'm a crafter like you, so there's things that are pretty and things that you use, and the standalone ranges, but these are things you're going to come back to all the time. So there's the Believe, and obviously the dies, they're big dies again. So this was just a little background I created last time I was in, thanks, Yanis. But you can see, look, there's a perfect space there, and you can pop your word in across, and you've got absolutely, you know, anything that you want there. And then we've got another one here. So this one, we had this one here. You can pop the Believe on there, or you can have the. But then here's another one I was playing with. We pop that over there. It looks like it's another card. I love this camera because we can. It's cool, isn't it? So this was, if you like this, these are Donna's the fairy stamps. So then we can have them, and you can have that coming across there or across here, and decoupage with them. See, so you've got a little decoupage.
That's it. That's
cool,
a win.
isn't it?
And you know what, we Believe it. Lottie, my producer, was just saying. I totally agree. It's a nice word that you can use throughout the whole year, but especially at Christmas as well.
Yes,
it's a nice word to use at Christmas.
Absolutely. But if we can show you, Yanis, that's not all you're getting. You're getting all those dies too. All these ones. This has got one of my favourite images. This elegant lily and the heart. This is a really cool set. It's a great worker set. If you look, this has got. Look at how big that calla lily is. Really elegant to put under words if you want as well. It can go under wording. This is a daisy chain that you're gonna. And of course, they've all got stamps that fit to give them even more detail.
They've all got that
more
outside
stamps. The
edge
shooting star's really cute. I like this little moon with the stars hanging off it. Really good baby cards or whatever too. And then we've got all the stamps. So there's the wording that gives context. So love with all your heart. Don't forget get to smile, smile bigger. So you can see how all of those work, and then these all fit exactly the size of those dies that we've just been looking at. They're all scaled, so they're all perfect partners. So we're going to show you how those work too. So we've got a lot to get, but it was important for you to see, because I know I want to watch it. I want to know exactly. You know, with this, we've taken the time, but showing you how to use them and what you've got to.
This is a massive collection.
Huge collection. I can't find anything. Yeah. First show yesterday, lost everything, and the plot. I didn't have the plot, to be honest.
The fact is, you're going to use this. Genuinely,
yes,
you're going to use
absolutely.
this. You're having a look at the words for any occasion, but also for different disciplines. So scrapbooking, perfect. Artwork, home decor, you get an idea of what you've got here. Look, 3 flexi payments of £28.45. So that means today, £28.45, you're getting 44 dies, you're getting 41 stamps, all of that sent out to you, that complete collection, which is ridiculous. But you do need to be quick for... OK, listen. Please believe me when I say this, because I know I don't want to lose meaning. When we're, because you know, I feel we're saying we're busy, we're busy. My producer's saying, well, do people not believe it? Look, genuinely, at the moment we're approaching 70%. We're at 70. I said we're at 70%. Now we're at 70. Well, just about to call 75% of the stock. That's for the complete collection. Just to put it into context, this is the first show today. We've got another one at 1, we've got another one at 5. We're only 15 minutes into this show. Will the complete collection last the full day? The way it's going, probably not. So if you do want it, get it now.
I think the thing is, Jan, this is what we know, and that you may not, is how much stock we brought.
Yeah.
So that's why we're thinking, whoa, it really is busy. With Crafters Companion, we always have lots and lots. Shall we do a quick cutting out?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Let's do this.
And then we'll get cracking on playing.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's important to show how they're going to cut out. So I've got a piece of backing card here that I've just created this morning. I'm going to show you how we did that, because I think that's a great look. We've got some black card. This is the base and the wording. I'm using my Gemini Junior, so I popped a little bit of tape just to anchor it down there. And you know what? I'm not even going to emboss it. You can emboss it and you'll get a curved effect. Rounds the corners off a little bit for you.
So
but just
good that
for
it goes
time,
to the Junior though.
Oh, it's brilliant for the Junior. Yes, so all of them. So again, if your machine is your standard format size machine, you're good with that. Of course, I love my Gemini Junior. Yeah. But look, see, they just fall out. Look, there's no working at taking these out of the
instant matte.
Yeah.
And then you can really make the actual words pop.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Basic principle of crafting is the matte and layer.
That's it. And you know what? I've got my poker tool, but I didn't even need it. Do you see what I did?
Brilliant.
I just lifted that out. That's what you want. An absolutely clean cut.
Oh, look
at how cool that is. Look at how.
Oh, come on.
Then you pop that on there. This is why.
Yes.
This is why.
Telling you now,
so quickly.
that is a win.
It's cool, isn't it? That makes me smile.
That?
That's fab. Now, this could be a pre-printed paper, but I've coloured this myself, and that's what we're going to do. That's the first bit of a card that we're going to work through.
That is so original.
It's just fun.
It really is.
If I can stick this together, Yanis,
and
you've got anything to talk about, I'll get everything ready and we'll continue with the talk.
I've always got something to talk about. Love this, by the way. Look, what we're going to do, we're going to show you some inspirations behind the one-day special. But let's take a look at exactly what you are getting. All right. Complete collection. This is the reason we keep flashing this up, is this is the option most of you are going for, and I get why, and I will explain why. 44 dies in total. You're getting 41 stamps. You're getting a Freedom discount on this. So if you are a Freedom member, look at that saving, £28.48. And that is additional saving on top of the one-day special, on top of the other collection. So all of that, I mean, that is phenomenal. Even if you're not a Freedom member, you're getting £11 discount. But look, Freedom member, going for the complete collection, that saving is incredible. And you're getting all that delivered. Remember, you're not having to pay any P&P as a Freedom member. OK, so one-day special time. Now, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, well, how am I going to use it? Let me show you, because maybe you want to go something that's quite elegant, quite dramatic. What? I know. Look at that. Lovely sight. That is clever. That is a nice inspiration. Or what about this? I'm just going to rattle through because I say the design team have done such a good job, and you see just how versatile. What about birthdays? Because you can, in complete collection, you've got the birthday sentiment as part of the celebrations. Look at the size. That's the key. I mean, cards, scrapbooking, home decor. You've got so much scope. Believe. How great is that? What? Isn't that cool? But it's the originality and the fact you can see yourself using these. Look at this love. All right, this is very clever because Isn't that an original? Like, as love goes, the way, the font, but also the fact that you've got the heart cut out there, and then using, this is a very clever inspiration, so using the waist from the heart here, I love the glitter behind, as balloons floating up. You've got so much versatility. This is nice. Wow. Look at this. Beautiful easel card. Now look at that. What? That is... Now, okay. Let's just have a think here, because beautiful card, but can you imagine a similar concept using the believe? I mean, these are really positive words. What about artwork for the home? Because you've got such a good size, they will work on canvases. You just put a frame around them. That's a lovely inspiration. Let me just show you some others that we haven't... oh, okay. Well, you know, we talked about that So Sorry. What about that? Isn't that gorgeous? That is lovely. You are getting the lily in there, which is stunning. It's the flow and movement from the lily. So elegant, but then that's So Sorry as well. Beautiful. Maybe you want to go a bit funky. What about this? Now, as we're going through these inspirations, I want you to ask yourself the question, can you see yourself using these words? How are you going to use them? What about this? Oh, sorry. What about that? Oh, wow. That matches my shirt beautifully. That's lovely. Really, really nice. I'm going to show you... Oh, they're all really good. Let me just show you here. What about this? So you get the idea. What I will say with this one-day special... Now, look, you can go just for the one-day special here. So you're getting all of this as part of the one-day special. Details at the bottom of your screen. The reason why we're putting the main collection on your screen is because that's the option most people are going for. 3/4 of the stock has gone here. Look, just to put it into context, you're getting a £14 saving here. I'm going to show you the add-on as well. So we've got another set to complement the one-day special. Now, £14 saving here for the one-day special. There is a flexi payment, but before you place your order, I just want to draw your attention to this. So if you're about to place your order for the one-day special, hold up just 1 second. This is the add-on, okay? So this complements the one-day special. You're getting a £12 saving here. And again, you've got some beautiful dies and the corresponding stamps, really allowing you to play. Celebration, it does what it says on the tin. So you're getting 24 dies, you're getting 16 stamps here, £12 saving. But what I really want to get across, okay? I'll try and do this quick, and I don't want to overload you with maths and numbers. But you're getting a £14 saving here, you're getting a £12 saving here, but if you go for the complete collection, you're getting an additional £11 saving, and you're getting access to a Freedom discount. So that means you're getting even more of a saving. So as Freedom members, you're saving £28.48 on top of the saving you would have got with the one-day special, on top of the saving you would have got here, and that is your delivered price. Not only that, you've got 3 flexi payments. So I think that's why so many of you are going for going for the complete collection, because value for money is more cost effective. You can spread the cost out of across 3 months. If you do want to go for the complete collection, it is flying. I cannot stress. For 9 in the morning, we are really rocking and rolling. 869-383 item number. 75% of the full collection has gone, and it is rising. If you want to go for it, my advice, put it in your basket sooner rather than later. You can do that via our website. Let's have a look online. You can just go to hochanda.com, search Crafter's Companion and see all the goodies on there. But look at the 5-star reviews there. But look, honest, look, we got one set, 3-star reviews. That's cool. You just have your say. Have a look at everything online. The Pebeo, as Gilding Wax goes, exceptional. And Sheena, actually, I did a show with Sheena, and she always never fails to educate me. And we're working with the Pebeo, and she was saying, look, you use it like a 3-colour blend, in the sense that you're working from your dark shade to your mid shade to your light shades, and really achieving something special. Okay. I enjoyed. Do you know with that Pebeo, you really, because I'd never before, I'd only used Pebeo like one colour. Yeah, yeah. I'd never
I love doing that. Kind of contours it. Yeah, it's really cool stuff.
What are we going to do?
Right, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how the perfect pot and elements come together. So every time with my dies, never stamp and then put the die over the top and try to line it up, because the thing is, I haven't left a halo. There's no wiggle room around these die cuts. The dies cuts are exactly the size of the stamp. I didn't want a thicker stem on there so that you could have a bit play when you put the die over, and it didn't matter if it was off a bit. What I wanted was precision, so always cut out first.
Can I show where we're going? Is that all right?
Yes.
Can I do?
Yes,
would you
go
prefer
on
not
then.
to?
I wasn't going to, but that's fine. I'm not going to go see film with you.
I'll tell you why.
I'll just tell you the ending, Sheena.
No, I just think it's nice to see where we're going to go to.
Then. I was going to build it up, but
now. Okay, have a look. Look at this. I feel bad. I'm getting told off showing you the film. This is what we're working towards, but how amazing does this look? Okay, all right.
Not going to tell any books. I've just started a great book, Yanis. Well, it's ending.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, here we go.
Fine, I'll get over it. We'll move on. So what we're going to do is I'm inking it up, Janice, right?
Okay.
So, but I will say it's not going to be exactly the same. I'm going to tweak it a bit, all right? So I've inked it up. There's my die cut. Now have a look, and I'm not worrying about things with Perfect Partners. You don't have to worry about getting the whole thing lined up to start. Don't worry about that. Just get one bit, the main focal point, that's lined up, and I've squidged it down. So I've picked up the ink. Next bit, I'm going to squidge down the leaves. So I'm saying, thank you very much. I'll have the ink on there.
Lovely.
Thank you. And then the little stem, last bit.
Perfect.
And then what you do is you lift it up, and the back looks a bit messy, but we're not worried about that, because what we want is perfect. Edge to edge, no little bits or tweaks, right to the edge. Now, should we do another one? Should we do it and we'll show you?
Do you know what I'm thinking? That if you wanted to build up
a
whole field of these, it would look great, and you can really lift them out.
And this is what we were talking about. You know, as a paper crafter, I make lots and lots of stuff, and you don't realise when you make your own cards how much people who don't make cards value them and would love their own cards to send, not just receive them. So I didn't realise this. Some very close friends actually make boxes of cards for their family who aren't crafters and give them at Christmas as Christmas gifts.
That's a
so they've got
idea.
cards for all year, and it's absolutely they're absolutely treasured, Yanis. You know, and you just don't think it, do you? You're playing and think, well, really, it's easy to see value in other people's stuff, but not your own. Now, cut them out again, but just cut the tops off. Now that wasn't, I haven't done that on the stamp, I've done it on my fingers because I haven't been tidying up. But have a look and look for, there's always a quirky petal because they're all hand drawn. So they're not, you know, a computer petal that I've just said repeat.
And that's important.
Yes,
each one individually hand drawn. If you do have any questions for Sheena, please get in touch. This is your show. We love hearing from you. studio@hochanda.com. Get in touch.
So what we're doing is just continuing like that and then going around, and then now we've got a 2-layer flower and we can have a bit play with colouring in. And to cut that, so that now, I'll just clean that later. Oh, I should mention, the ink I like to use is I like VersaFine or Stays On for this, because if you did start to ink something and you missed a bit, this is a slower drying ink than Stays On, so you can pop it back down, pick it up. The bit that's already got the ink won't pick any more because you've already transferred it. So you just pick up the bit you've missed. So then we get to colour in, Yanis. So we've got these little flowers, so we'll have a little bit of fun with that. Let's paint them. Let's do them. Yeah. We're just going to have a plate. Now we're going to use the aqua pens. Now one side is a bullet nib, and the other side is a brush nib. So we can literally just have a play and just quickly. Now hardly ever do you see me just colouring in with these. We're making backgrounds with them. In fact, we're going to make a background in a minute. But I am just colouring in. Now may not do all of the petals straight away. The flowers, I can do them while you're doing something else, Yanis, but let's do one or maybe 2 maximum, so you can see how easy it is.
So in your mind, Sheena, when you were developing this one-day special, I know you put so much effort into everything you launch, what was going on in your head? Because you are a crafter, and anyone who watches your show, we all know that you're an exceptional crafter and you approach things from that crafty standpoint. So what did you want to bring with this one day special?
What I wanted was worker dies so that there were large words, because I know I'm not alone in making bigger cards, bolder cards, mixed media cards, things that require a larger sentiment that won't get lost in that background, or just backgrounds that I need something on the backgrounds to look. This is like really full on colour here, Yanis, and I'm not even going to apologise because if this is again. So what I wanted to go with them is if you wanted to give it a different look, so away from the technique-y messy cards we normally create, if you wanted to give it a more contemporary look for journaling, for scrapbooking, I wanted these quite graphic images to go with it, just simple but you know, bold accompanying images, and that was the mission, and I think it works. So it works for more than one look and more than one occasion. That's always my mission, is to make things give you as much value as I possibly can with your investment, because these don't wear out. They're going to be with you for years to come. If anybody is going to wear out a die, it would be me. And so what I've done is just put a little bit of a blend there.
Lovely.
And then this little thing is going to come up, and we're going to pop it on top. And we've got a really, really bright, shiny, happy flower there. And that's what I'm going to do with the others very shortly. But in the meantime, shall we make a background?
Yeah. I love your backgrounds. I was just having a look while you were showing us the inspiration. You get so much for your money.
Yeah,
I mean,
loads.
seriously, the amount of imagery that you are getting as part of the full collection. You're getting a cake in there. This hand, you know, the pointy hand.
Yes,
so cool. So if you want to go for something, if I just show you, look, for mixed media. Awesome. You're gonna use that. You've got the cake, you've got the balloon, you've got the flowers. But if I go through really quickly, I'm trying to show you all of these stamps. This is what you're getting. It's grey rubber, so good quality. You can throw heat techniques at these. What about this? Got that fantastic heart in there. You've got the flutter of hearts, the flower, the border daisy, that beautiful long tulip, the daisy, and then you've got all your words to go with it as well. So the fact that you've got the dies and the companion stamps, I think is a massive win for me, Sheena.
Thank you. I think the work for anybody, any style, like I say, if it's clean and contemporary or it's messy, we've shown how to work with any of that stuff. So that's the flower. That's going to be ready for my card when I'm good to go. But it's just cool, isn't it? So background wise, we'll pop that to one side. I'll create the other one so we can pop the card together. So I have some Sheena cards. You mentioned you want a good quality card, Yanis. So Sheena card, watercolour card, all good. They're the default cards. So the 300 GSM, if you're wondering, well, why? Hello, because you know there are people who haven't seen either of these yet, and it's because they're not only good weight, good quality, thick card, but they haven't got a high chalk content, which means that your inks will blend across the surface much more easily than if you've got a high chalk on it, which chalk grabs moisture, it absorbs moisture. That's why we use it. That's why, you know, cake, people who are into sugar paste and decorating know that if you put chalk on it, it absorbs any stickiness or moisture when you're working with it. That's what it does. And by chalk, I mean like corn flour, kind of absorbent, not chalk. Hello. Yeah, you can tell I don't cook much, can't you?
Not having any of your cakes.
No, good, come round for a cup and a bit of cake. I just made these.
A chalky cake.
High chalk content, lovely,
High chalky cake. So now what are you mixing with?
So what I'm mixing with is glycerin.
Okay.
Right, so that is going to make this, what it's doing is it's thickening up the ink. And you know what, it's like, we were laughing about, glycerin, didn't know you use that, Sheena. I'm not even going to apologise because you can't do this without glycerin. And it was just through playing that I realised that this was possible. And in the past, I would have had to buy lots of a certain brand of ink that's been designed to have this, what we call a long open time, to blend this. And I've done it for years, and I've literally carried, you know, 10s and 20, 30 things of ink around with me because I know that's something I'm going to want to do. Whereas now I can just buy a product, a good quality colouring product like my aqua pens and glycerin, and I'm a happy camper.
Work with them in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely. So
value for money, Sheena. That's what we like.
Yeah, that's what we like. So what I'm doing, Yanis, is doing the same. So you see how it blends so brilliantly. And I'm going to take this pink now, which is my fuchsia, and I'm going to do exactly the same. Now, the thing is you can build this up. You can build it, and you see I want it dark around the edges, so I've gone really quite... If it looks a bit pale, you probably got a little bit too much glycerin on, but you want enough glycerin to make it blend. See how I get it blend,
Oh, and it is blending beautifully.
It really is,
Look when it just touched the yellow, you see that orange
you get
hue,
that lovely orange, that's right, So
Mm.
that's exactly what we're looking for, is to get that nice, you know, difference, that transition between the two colours. If you want to intensify it, if you dry it, then build it up again, that's another way of doing it. So this is going to be the background. We've got the flowers almost done while I finished, and we made the word at the start of the show. So what I can do, Yanis, is we'll finish this together, and then if you can show some samples or whatever you need to do, you need to do, you just pay me never no mind. Well, I finish off doing flowers, whatever you need, it's all good.
Okay. We'll do this. Now, I'm just going to show you the... Oh, did I just tread on your foot? I'm so sorry.
Ow.
I'm so sorry.
Actually, you didn't feel anything. But I just thought I'd do it for dramatic effect.
Let's have a look at the complete collection. I'm clumsy today. I don't know what's wrong with me. OK, listen. Complete collection. Now, this is the option pretty much everyone's going for, I have to say. But go for the right option that works for your budget. Now, with the complete collection, you've got access to a Freedom discount. You are saving £20.48 on top of the £14 you would have saved if you just went for the one-day special, on top of the £11 you would have saved if you've just gone for the other bundle, so the add-on bundle. So you're getting that all on top. It is fantastic value, and as part of the complete collection, you got 3 flexi payments. You're spreading it out over 3 months. What I will say with this one-day special, you are getting a set, and I really stand by this, and you know I wouldn't say it unless I 100% mean it, so please believe me on this. You're getting a set you're going to use, but it's the fact that Sheena, she's so clever in everything she offers. Now, let me just show you. Now, this is the one-day special we're taking a look at. So there's the smile. Look at the size of that die. But do you see how Sheena's, it's the different elements. I mean, it's work of art in itself. Adding the little smiley face, having the matte and layer, but also the whole of the, I'm just going to find you the smile. She's given it character. It's a little bit different, and that's what I like to invest whenever I buy in something. I want it to work for me. I want it to have that versatility. But can you imagine making an inspiration like this? Using the flowers that Sheena's actually working with at the moment with the inspiration she's just got on the go. But do you see how they're beautiful flowers? They complement the words in there. Well, what about dream? Now, this is simple. If you get the complete collection of the one-day special, dream, you're going to use for so many things. Maybe you're going to make a dream catcher. You can use there. That's the obvious choice. Or artwork for the home. Or this, simplest form. So simple. Just a black mat, and then you've got the layer with the dream. But do you see that brush font as well? I mean, it's so popular at the moment. Hard to do. What about the love? Have a look at this. Ooh. Hoo, hoo. Do you see the verse? That is a really, really nice, classy card. I mean, you can give that to anybody. Or let's go back to the smile. What about this? Again, it's got character. It's a bit different. It's the size. I've put my hand in to give you perspective. That is a good size font, which means it's great for cards. It's a real statement. It will lend itself to your existing stash. And that's what Sheena's been trying to show as well. The dies and the words, they lend themselves to your existing stamps. So anything you've got in your collection, or dies you've got in your collection, or do you like techniques? And we all love Sheena's techniques. So maybe you just want to create a really funky background and a simple word. That's it. You've got a work of art. Or if you want to go a bit more elaborate, what about this? Ooh, come on, this is not hard to do. You're using the stamp, which you are getting as part of the collection. So here you're getting 20 dies, you're getting 25 stamps, and you're saving £14. That's a one-day special, okay? So all of this. But then we've got an add-on collection as well, which is designed to complement your one-day special. So we have a look over here. This is your celebrations. Now, with the celebrations, you're getting 24 dies and 16 stamps, and you're getting really something that you're going to use. I mean, to celebrate, just showing you. OK, here's a good one. Your congratulations. Have a look here. Now, we've all got, hopefully, times in the year where you want to send a congratulations card, or you want to go birthday. I mean, look at the size of that birthday. Good size. That is cool. Lovely. And I love the candle eye as well. It's the little touches, the little detail that Sheena offers that makes it a bit more special. Or what about this? Going back to the congratulations. It's nice. That's very elegant. It shows the versatility and also shows how well all the sets play together. OK, now, if you go for this set, you're saving £11. One-day special, sorry, £12, apologies. You go for the one-day special, you're saving £14. Complete collection, you're getting those savings, 14 here, 12 here, but you're saving on top of that an additional £11. But if you're a Freedom member, it gets even better because your delivered price, you're saving an additional £20.48. That is your Freedom saving on top of the £14 here, the £12 here. It is staggering value. It really is awesome value. You're getting 44 stamps in total. Dies in total. You're getting 41 stamps. So 44 dies, 41 stamps. Can you imagine this arriving in the post? You've got access to 3 flexi payments. So you're able to spread out the cost. So you're getting a better saving as part of the complete collection. And you're able to spread out the cost over 3 months. And can I just say, those words are not to size. You can see on the packaging, they are big. They're designed to fit the words, obviously, that you're getting with the dies. Look at all of that. Believe, love, laugh. in there. Divine, smile, congratulations, birthday, so sorry. And I need to tell you that we're approaching 80% of the stock for the complete collection. 80% of the... Busy. Very, very, very busy at the moment, so don't miss out on the opportunity. If you do want to go for this, my advice, put it in your basket. Take advantage of the 3 flexi payments. 869383, your item number.
Cool. Cheers, Yanis. I've been very, very busy. Yeah, I've been quiet. That's when I'm busy. It's like, well, I'm hardly ever quiet. I'm not even quiet when I'm sleeping. So yeah, so what I'm doing is I've just been putting these flowers together. I've dried the background that we were creating, finished that off, and we're going to be able to pop this card together. So I thought we've got to pop a little bit of a gem in the centre of these as well to make them look really, you know, cute and pop. And you know what, I wasn't thinking, I didn't even have to colour that middle because you're not going to see it, are you? So I was colouring away and then I went, hang on, word to self, hold the phone, you know.
Now, you can see how much you love colour as well, and I think the set, the complete collection of the one-day special or the other bundle, lend themselves to colour.
They
and lend
do.
themselves to using different mediums too.
Well, the thing is the fonts are so different as well. So the fonts are absolutely appropriate for the word. You wouldn't use the same font for the smile and the happy as you would for so sorry.
No,
it's different, elegant font and the love font. But they're appropriate for what they are, as is the colour. So you can make that colour. If it's dreamy, you can make it all pastels and gorgeous. So this is the fun of it. It's a very diverse collection.
Nice.
So you can absolutely... you're not stuck with a look or a colour palette. You know what? This could be painful. How many times do you see me sticking gems on anything? You know, almost everybody, each to their own. We all have our strengths. Yeah, really.
Gems your kryptonite, your crafty kryptonite.
Ribbon, you haven't seen anything as painful as me trying to tie a bow. You know, we all do what we do, don't we? Play to your strengths. And actually, it's not bad for me there, you know. There's like certain types of crafting, like, you know, careful kind of, you know, precision crafting, and that's where I call in a friend. Thank you very much. Yeah, that would be exactly. And so now we've got we've got the little flowers. Great. We've got the wording. We need to stamp some wording on the background here. So I have, again, we were talking about the stamps.
Oh no, this is wording to put context to.
Exactly, absolutely, Yanis. So this one, well, we'll see. I'm using stays on this time now. I've used my rocker blocks, and this is a long sentiment here. So this is where that line on your rocker blocks really does come in really, really useful. So I want to centre that, and you know, I have done it. I've got it completely centred, completely straight, but completely upside down before. Just saying.
At least it was completely centred and straight.
That's not bad at all.
I love that.
So we've got that on there. A little bit wonky. I should take my time a little bit more.
That's cool.
We'll pop a little. Oh, here we go again. Gems.
You're never fully dressed without a... Now, there's a sentiment I'd like to finish.
And then, words on a postcard. Sentiments on a postcard, And so now I'm going to hopefully... Yeah, there you go, a little bit of suspense. Yeah, what's in your mind now then? And then we'll pop that on there. You can see we've got that. It's all good. We're going to pop. Yeah.
And everything you show is so achievable.
It's so achievable with the right tools. You know, this is it. You shouldn't, and I say this every time, a good crafting product, you shouldn't have to work at making look good. It should just work good. Like your first, second, you know, attempt at using it. It should be success immediately. But then it should be, now what can I do more with it? How can I take it further? How can I keep playing with it? You know, a month, a year down the line. So they're going to go. Look, see how sunny are they?
And look at the size
of
these flowers.
Look at the size, and look
they're
at
really
they're pretty full on sunny, aren't they?
I love
so
that.
what I wanted to do is I wanted to position the smile like that, and we'll stick these. So I want to put the word down first, then I'll position where the flowers are going. I think this little guy's going to come maybe there. So what I want to do now is stick those down carefully, quickly. I may use a bit of tacky glue just for speed. So if you're not sure, you can always draw a little pencil line or take a picture. You know, when you get your phone out, if you've got a good composition. Now I'm hoping this is we might have a little bit of play with that. We can try it out, but it is live TV, so bear with. But you know, you would take your time a little bit more.
So Sheena, what's the verdict been with your new hairdo? What people have been saying?
It's all been positive, which I'm pretty relieved about, because it was when the light hits it, it is a little bit. It's there.
I think it looks really cool.
The colour.
We took a picture before the show. I was saying to you what a great picture it was.
Oh,
I think it looks really funky.
Well, you know what? I'm used to it now, and it's quiet like myself. You know, you wouldn't know. Kind of sarcasm there in the extreme. So so we'll pop that on there. We'll put a bit of 3D gel. Let's use this one.
Did you know that Matt, you won't believe this, Matt's going to be on a bit later, he used to have hair down to his waist. You know that?
See, I wouldn't. Well, I'm not that surprised, because you know,
unfortunately,
he's
it
a bit
started growing on
wild
his
as
back,
Matt.
but hey.
Bless him.
I'm only kidding.
Bless him. So that there. We can pop a little bit 3D.
Love
and that's a little card. That's a fun card, isn't it?
Oh, that looks amazing. If someone sent that to me, I'd be so chuffed. Look at this.
It's happy, isn't it? You know, now and again you just want a card that just somebody needs cheering up, don't they?
I think that is a fantastic
And I should show you the inspiration here.
Yeah.
This is Lisa's card, which was the inspiration. So there's Lisa's.
Yeah.
And you know, when you make a card, even if you make it yourself and you try to repeat your own, you very rarely get a carbon copy. Do you? You know, so, but obviously that's the format, and that's what I use. So fabulous card, Lisa.
I think what would work now, because you are getting so much part of the complete collection, what we will do, because we're always getting new viewers, so we just go through, Sheena, again, can you just walk us through the different sets? Because I think that, let's start with
all
Believe.
Nice and yes,
I've been good, I've been trying to tidy them up.
Thanks, Yanis, because me not so much, So the Believe, this is the joined up font, but even the eye wouldn't have been joined up, but I made sure you can see it's the dot on the eye, but it's attached to the L and the actual eyes brushstroke, so that you don't have to find that little dot and stick it on separately, because that can be like, seriously, then a little bit of artwork, just so it looks pretty. This is the one I did during the show, and I mentioned leaving some space for something to the left hand side, and that something could absolutely be the Believe there.
Can you imagine a frame around that? Done.
Absolutely. If we use this as a base, imagine there's nothing there. You can see your card would be more finished there, wouldn't it? With some matching layering. And then we've got the Believe on the unicorn, obviously works there. So, and then we've got this one which we decoupage. So again, we'll just leave that as if it was matted and layered. And then we'll have the flowers here, which were the flowers from one of my sets. So this is Donna's fairy stamp second collection. But look, see how you can collage with them, decoupage with them. Then and the white on white looks lovely, doesn't it? It's
they
really
lend
pretty.
themselves, Sheena, to your existing stash, though, and that's what's so important. That's why I think you've been clever.
And you know what I would do? First, two things, big, while I do now, I will talk. Absolutely store them. Take care of how you store them. We tend to laminate these stamp sheets that you get your stamps with, or laminate a piece of cord and stamp them out and keep them on there, and pop them in a zippy bag, and if you can pop the dies in with them, and then they're all together. And
clever.
with the and then just have cut-in days. Cut out the laugh, cut it out in black and called white carding, mirror card, and the same with these. And then you've got them all ready. Pop them in a bag for when you're playing. So there's the laugh and the charms. And then if we see how, this is the background I was working with yesterday. Shall we look at that one?
Look at that.
Yeah, this was just a little splodgy background last night we were working with, and then a little. I love that. You see, now I think that looks better, though.
It's got a 60s vibe,
it's very 60s. But I would absolutely much prefer. I think that looks better. That, and then even this little flower that we just used. If I can pick it up, Yanis. You can pop that. See, I think that looks really cool. It does look 60s, very retro. And it's just cool, isn't it? And you can pop the flower that came out. So that's also, as an alternative, there's so much to play with. We've got this card here. Which was a previous card that we created in a previous show. And the laugh there, I think, just works great on that. Beautiful. And the happy from that extra charms that you're getting, that is ridiculously fine. That is super fine. And then you've got so we can literally just keep bringing things in, bringing them in, and all. I think there's some we didn't show last show. We forgot to show the extra ones that are underneath there. I think. Although they're them,
we will do, we will.
So the smile again. There's the smile die. I think the smile's just fun. And then you've got the 3D stencil, and I love this little drop shadow there, but it works really well. You need something bold and graphic to work with that, to actually bring that card out, and I just think that works. You could even have it, you know, if you wanted, across the actual flower as well. It's
I like that.
It's cool, isn't it?
That's lovely.
Yeah. So there, again, the words become the art. Now this is, I love this card, this sentiment. Another really more kind of subtle, delicate image here with a white embossing and just delicate colouring, but perfect, I think, for a sympathy card. Especially when it's just understated. It's not garish. It's just quiet, but its sentiment, I think, is perfect.
I totally agree with what you're saying, and I know you've tried to give perspective on each word, like trying to adapt the font, but that's so sorry. I think it's lovely. It could be so sorry for sympathy, and you know we never want to send them, but unfortunately in life sometimes we have to. But even I think it's just nice if you just want to say, look, I'm so sorry, I forgot your birthday.
Anything. You all have to apologise at some point. Me more than others. There you go. So, and then there's the love die, which again has got the heart out of the O for the love, but that cast shadow which joins the separate letters, and then also you've also get the matte that gives it some impact, that makes it stand out to the card. So when you look at a background I've created there, Yanis, with just a Versamark black on black background, which is really pretty, and it gives some interest to the background. What we can then do is I had the corresponding floral, but it needs something more, so the wording I think is perfect for that.
I think that's
something more in there. You can have it over, you can have it within the flower, you can play around with the flowers and have them coming, you know, partly over the wording too. You can have it coming out of the wording. That's the beauty of a die as opposed to a stamp. I prefer that. That's really nice, because you know that's an L.
When you were designing these, because you said you added, it's kind of like shadow from the words. Now why did you do that?
Because two things. I wanted to make the words just look more interesting than just words. I wanted to have word art, but I also wanted to have a way, an actual real practical way of joining the letters, so it wasn't just a line to join them up. That just would look a bit wrong, wouldn't look very interesting. So each letter then comes out of the die as one die, instead of having to piece them together separately. But I do like it like intertwined into that.
Beautiful.
So dream. This is the dream word. So this is the brush lettering, really popular right now. But again, tweaked so that it works for a die, and with the base there, and then a previous background I created with my sparkle pens, which we can then pop the dream on there, and then you've got a fabulous, again, it's up to you where you want to have a play around, and if you like something, get your phone out, take a picture of it, and then you can decide for later which one works best. I think there's a lot of empty space up there, so that one works great there.
Those also
these are super, these are cool.
Background?
Right, let's do that one, let's bring that one. This is the one we're working on yesterday. This background here, Yanis, was created using the clouds that you're going to cut out. To have a look on repeat, so you cut the clouds out. These are the charm clouds that obviously have a corresponding stamp, but I stuck them down with some stick and spray and used them as a mask, and then used my pens with glycerin, as you've just seen me use them. And then you've got, actually there's some coloured dream wording. Is that one there as well, Yanis? There's some with the... bear with, there it is, got it. So then there's the dream wording. Excuse me, and if you like what's going on here, there's actually 3 layers of die cuts in this one. There's a black, then there's gold stuck together, just offset, and then there's another black. And on top of that, I've drawn with the metallic marker. So then you get lots of dimension, that gold little edge to it, the metallic markers, and then you've got your cool...
All right, I'm telling you now, for that alone, I would want to get either the one day special or full collection, because that is awesome. Come on.
Thank you.
How can you not see yourself making a card at some point? And it's achievable.
It's a younger card too, isn't it, Yanis? Yeah, and it's just a fun.
Love that.
Fun
just really quickly, we want to show you this, because we didn't do this earlier on, the congratulations.
Congratulations. This is super fine. This one is so fine. And the eye, because I thought congratulations, you're celebrating, make it fireworks. So this is where you can get your metallic markers in there if you want. So again, and let me show you how fine this wording is. Look, this is on the background. Again, you could get your little little bits of
now that's cool.
metallic
and
in there.
And you've used that by itself on one of the inspirations.
Absolutely.
You're just trying to cut it out.
Yeah, and then because again it's a die, you can have these intertwined and coming out of the image and just have a play with that. Now this would look great in silver. That background silver or the wording in silver, black. You could just, but we just cut them out black and white so you could see. Now the embossing folder, because it's got a gold tone, thought. Gold on gold, look at that. So so tone on tone looks really, really cool. And even if it comes outside of the card a little bit, I still think that looks really cool, don't you?
Cool.
Yeah, and so another look with your words. Yeah. I think that's super. That's
really
cool.
quickly, can you just talk us through the stamps?
Absolutely.
Because you're not just getting the dies, remember, you're getting the corresponding stamps and so much more, because you're getting 41 stamps in total.
So all of these have got the dies. This is a die, this is a die, this is a die. So you've got loads of other things. So these can be 3D. There was a card that you had with the little bubbles of hearts coming away.
I like
That's what I absolutely love this. And this again, you've got the shooting star die. This is the rainbow, the little moon with the stars. This is a die. This would never be cut out if it was mine by hand. This would never happen.
No
As a die, I can do that. We maybe do that next show and match that up. So you see, there's the clouds that we were just using. There's a little stamp to go out. If you want to put a little rain under there and a rainbow at the other side, it's just to play with. It's all good. This is fun. I love the pointy comedy hand.
You use that. Good. I mean, that can be steampunk.
Absolutely.
Can be more vintage.
Yes, definitely. There's that funky flower that we just used. Balloons. Lots of balloons on a card. 3D look amazing. The birthday cake again, and the candle is a die to go with the birthday wording, because the eye in the candle in the birthday is actually a candle as well. I've made that into a candle. That
so you could layer that up. You can bring that out.
Well, it's a separate die, so you can have them along there. There's cards we haven't even shown you yet, Janis. We'll have to find them because there's so many. And these are the words that go and give you context to what you've got. So, for example, don't forget to smile. Smile bigger. Love with all your heart. Laugh a little every day. Laugh longer and louder.
I'm going to ask you a question. You're never fully dressed without a finish
smile.
A smile.
There you go.
That would have been my answer.
Yeah, of course. So, sorry for your loss. Sorry I forgot your birthday. It all started with a dream. Just dream, just believe. Believe what your heart tells you, not what others say, which I love that one. And believe you're stronger than you. You're stronger than you believe. Yes. And sorry it's late. That would be
lovely.
There you go.
Okay,
so all of those things there to play with.
As part of the full collection, you're getting 44 dies. You're getting 41 stamps. You're getting access to 3 flexi payments with a freedom discount. So not only are you saving £14 as part of the one-day special, £11 as the other bundle. On top of that, as a freedom member, you're saving an additional £20 and 48 pence. So today you can get the complete collection. You can spread that cost over 3 months, but you get the complete collection for £28 and 45 pence. Everything. And can you see yourself using it? Let's have a look at some inspiration.
Shall I show you the things I was talking about? So the balloons. So the balloons is a stamp, but it's also a die. So you can bring them out and 3D them so that you've got dimension going on. They're always useful, balloons. The love, they're the little they're the little clusters of hearts. I love those. So they're cut out and they have the corresponding stamp to go with them. I just think they're so pretty. You can have them, you can have balloons in amongst that. That would look fabulous. The candle I mentioned, the candle is actually, that's the stamp, but there is a die to go with it. And I have to say, I absolutely adore this card, Pamela. I just think this card is just elegant, is the word for that card. So you can see how appropriate this, from bright, shiny, happy to every occasion. As a paper crafter, card maker, you're going to want all of these things. And then look at the opposite. Look at the shiny mirror card being used there. And then look how cool. I love this.
We've got to stop there, unfortunately,
so
Sheena.
many.
I know. Sheena, thank you so much.
Cheers, Janis.
Love this out. Now, Sheena will be back at 1. The complete collection is extremely popular. I don't think it's going to last a day. We are approaching 80% of the stock. Remember to join us at 1. So, Fabric Hits by Threaders. Don't miss that. It's going to be a great hour with Janice and Lizzie. Then we've got Impression Obsession. Say what? Following that, we've got Robert Adams, our colourful creations. Lot to enjoy.
Hello, I'm Sue Baker, the founder of Imagination Crafts. We're delighted to have partnered with Crafters Companion to bring you an even greater variety of crafts. I hope you'll join me to experience the joy of mixed media crafting together on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Dawn Bibby. I have been crafting now on television for over 25 years. I love crafting. Paper crafting is one of my greatest loves, although my background is textiles and fashion. I love to bring you the very best products and inspire you with what I do, hopefully that you'll be crafting at home. Joining forces with Craft Buddy has opened up a whole warehouse and a wealth of products that are fantastic. So I use the knowledge that I have to get the very best products for you by working with Craft Buddy to source new products, to design new products, and also walk around their fabulous warehouse putting together kits that are really going to help you with your crafting. Make sure you don't miss myself and the Craft Buddy shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Sarah Davies, and I've been an avid crafter for most of my life. It's actually a love of paper crafting that inspired me to start Crafters Companion when I was just 21, actually running it from my university bedroom. Since then, the company's really grown and gone from strength to strength, and I feel privileged that we were invited in the early days to become part of the Hochanda family. I absolutely love working with the team here at Hochanda because they really understand what's important, and that's that I want to be able to have the opportunity to show you things in detail, to teach you and to really inspire you. So make sure you watch out for me, Sarah Davies, and Crafters Companion on Hochanda.
Good morning, it's Threaders and the lovely Lizzie Curtis.
Morning,
how
Janice.
are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
I'm very good, how are you?
Yes, I'm very good. Yes, and
how
you?
Are you?
And you're all right?
Yeah, I'm
Good.
all right. How are you? It's great to have your company. We've got a great show lined up. We always do when we have Threaders, we always do when we have Lizzie as well. Lots of techniques. Plenty of questions, please. studio@hochanda.com, because we love answering your questions, and I'm sure you won't mind me saying that.
And pictures as well of anything that's on the show that you've made up that we can show off for you.
Yeah, that would be lovely. Well, I'll tell you something. Let's show off the fabric that we've got available for you today. It is a pick and mix, and you can choose any two, and we're already busy. Now, you're saving £9 on this, Lizzie. It's an excellent price.
Yes.
A massive saving.
Yes.
$14.98 today, and you get to pick any two. Now, the size of this is 2 metres. Is that in length?
It's 1 metre per piece.
Right, so you get 2 metres.
The width is about 110, I think, but yes, the length is 1 metre.
Brilliant.
And these have been actually one of our most favouritists of fabrics because they work so well together. We've seen so many gorgeous quilts and table runners and cushions and all sorts that have been made with it. The quality is the most beautiful quilting cotton, so you know how it's going to react. It's going to cut beautifully, it's going to press beautifully, it's going to do as it's told, Janice, which is what we always love with our fabric. And of course they're very diverse, so you might have, might be thinking of a really dark background. That's probably my favourite, but then you could go for the white cross hatch, which is right on the end, it's almost like the opposite end of the spectrum, really. And these three here are going to be great for your bag linings. If you got the bag dies recently, these made up with those fabrics are amazing. They are perfect.
They work really well together,
Yeah, they
even
do.
though they're different. Should we run through the names so when people go to the website, they know what they're picking and mixing?
Good idea.
So I've got these fantastic boards that Lizzie has created for
grab
us.
them if you like.
Yeah, I'll pass them over to Lizzie. So this one here is the Rose Garden. Beautiful,
so
beautiful pinks in here.
So pretty.
And we'll just turn that landscape for you at home. There you go. There you go. That means we have to turn our heads on the side to read the name.
But that's okay.
It is.
We've limbered up.
I love this one because I love the images, but I also love the use of colours in here with that background.
And it's very delicate. So the designs are really quite. They're quite small.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what you make. You're never going to lose any of the design.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you get fabric with really big flowers on, you lose it, and you can't really see what the design was.
Yeah, you're right.
But here, you're going to be, even if you make a really small makeup bag or a pencil case, you're going to see the designs all over that product.
You certainly are. We've got another one for you now, which again is beautiful. This is the English Country House, and this is in grey, but we would say this is a little bit more sagey in colour.
It is. It's a very, very soft. I have to say, these are very chalky colours. So if I said a chalky, sagey colour, we're just about there.
Yeah, I think we'd get that. Yeah.
And again, it's the same design, but in that beautiful colourway, very, very much more muted perhaps than the pink, but equally as beautiful.
Now we also have the English Country House in the navy.
And again, now would you believe that is exactly the same design?
It's brilliant, isn't
and
it?
It changes dynamics completely, and it's very, very. I think this is, if you're going to make a little bag to go out with on an evening, this is the one to choose, isn't
fabulous.
it?
It's like a midnight garden, isn't
it?
Yes, it is. Blue, that navy in the background.
Yes, it is.
Right, this is your Rose Blossom Grey. Again,
gorgeous.
I love the use of colours. I love the simplicity of the design.
Yes.
But the size of it, again, you're going to capture all of that
None
detail.
of it's going to be lost, and I love the fact that we've teamed up that sort of, we're calling it grey, but it's not, again, it's like a sagey green with that gorgeous pink and the navy blue, and it really does. It's a little pop design. It's a little blossom, isn't it? That looks so sweet.
Now we've got the same rose blossom here, but this is in the blue, so you might want to go for those two together, for example.
For me, this is very reminiscent of denim. So if you're into making something that's denim, or if you're wanting to mend and patch something that's denim-y, or you want to make a bag that's out of denim and you want something to complement it, this would absolutely go with it. I just love, it's very chambray looking.
Very,
the
very
design.
Nice word. Rose blossom in the navy, so again we've got that dark colour in the background.
Yeah, and again, I think this is really elegant. So if you are making a purse or a bag or anything that you want, almost like an evening occasion, if you think along those lines, I think this absolutely ticks the box. And on this one, we've got the sort of the hint of the kind of limey greeny colour, and that pink as well. So it really does pop. It's beautiful.
Now we're into the cross hatches. Now this one is in pink. I just wanted to show you how it comes to you.
There we go.
So it comes here, and remember the size is 1 metre in length. And this is the crosshatch in the pink that you can see right there, which again is a lovely, lovely colour, and you can mix and match with your other crosshatches if you want. We've got the crosshatch in blue just there.
Lovely, and again, this is very denim-y to me. You know, if you're again, it's no, if you think chambray, if you think those sort of denim colours, and this is probably one of the most versatile of all of the patterns. I think any of the crosshatch are, and again, it's a very subtle design, and any which way design as well. There's no upside, downside, right side or wrong. Well, there is a right side and wrong side, but you can have it this way or this way. It doesn't really matter, so it makes it easy to cut and produce something.
And there's your crosshatch in white if you want to go for that. Now, if somebody wanted 2 metres of the crosshatch in white, you can do that.
Yes.
We call it a pick and mix, but you can go for 2 of the same colour, but it will come to you in the 1 metre bundles.
That's right. So bear in mind that if you wanting to make a garment out of this, because actually for shirts and little people's outfits for the summer, this is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and look how they work all together.
And that's such a good example, again, of showing how they all work together. So do you know what? If it doesn't matter which pair you choose, you know they're going to sit very comfortably with each other. And put a plain in there. Yeah. Put a plain piece of fabric in there, and then it sort of, you know, brings all those colours to life and all those designs to life. And I really think that, you know, if you treated yourself to the butterfly dies recently, because these are multimedia dies, look how well they all work, and you'll find that a metre goes ever such a long way for doing projects and things.
It really does. If you don't have a favourite, just pick and mix any two, because they work so beautifully together. And what we'd like to do now is show you how to pick and mix on the website. It's really easy to do. Head to the website. You'll see the collection of materials that we've got for you here. So you might want to choose, let's say, the Rose Blossom. You might want to go down to the English Country House or the Crosshatch Blue. pick those two, yeah, and then head to your basket. $14.98. You're making a huge saving of £9 today. If you're a Freedom member, your P&P is included, by the way. And if you're not a Freedom member, if you want to become a Freedom member, you can become a Freedom member right now by adding that to your basket. So that's how you do it. That's how you pick a mix. And if you want two of the same fabrics, you just click it once and then click it again, and that will put two into your basket. Superb. Right, when you do have your material, you might want to make something out of it. And if you don't have material, then we have got a solution for you. We've got some great kits coming up, some great project kits, starting with this one, with a Freedom price of just £11.99.
Do you know what? This is such a great deal. I love these kits. You've no idea how much I love them. First of all, the simplicity of them, because when you open up the fabric, everything is printed on. So all you've got to do, it's almost like cutting but following the lines. You don't even have to measure anything because it's all pre-printed, and I'll show you perhaps when we go to demo area. You've got your thread in there as well, and your elastic, and the button that you need should you wish to use it. You don't have to use it at all. These are definitely, without question, a beginner's kit. However, if you're an advanced stitcher, please don't dismiss these, because you can make these within the hour. These are gifts that you're going to be able to give away. You could pop, instead of a tablet, you're not going to perhaps buy somebody a tablet maybe, unless you're very generous, but you could fill this with toiletries, and then that person can use it for their tablet. Now, my little mini one fits along the half of this, so it fits on the bottom there, which means that you can take this right over, almost like a clutch bag, so it goes over, oops, right across like that if you wish. The larger size tablets, I'll just readjust the set here.
But yes, you can fold that down, can't you, to make that smaller if you wish.
Yes,
make
absolutely.
a really nice toiletry bag in that particular style. Only £11.99. It is so easy to put together. Like Lizzie said, all the pattern is cut out on the material for you, and we'll show you that at the demonstration area. So as Lizzie just said, you've got your cotton in there, you've got your button, you get the wadding, and you get the material with the pattern on it, as well as your little elastic for connecting that button together.
And I'll open that up when we're sitting down, and we can see it better, can't we? And then
£11.99 for your tablet case if you want that one, £14.99 if you're not a Freedom member. Right, we're moving on because we've got another two options for you. This is under the same item number. We've got the zip pouch, or we've got the roll organiser. You might want to go for both of these projects. They're fabulous, aren't they? So what do we get in these?
So this is the roll organiser, and once again, the simplicity is absolutely second to none. Everything is printed onto the fabric, and you're getting the ribbon as well, and you're getting the thread too. So, and the wadding, I mustn't forget, the wadding is included as well. If you wanted to try your hand at a bit of quilting, if you so wish, then you've got the opportunity to do that. But you've got everything there that you need wrapped up in a neat box. And when we look at the box, I just must bring this in that I threw across the set a minute ago. When you've wrapped it up as a gift, this is what it could look like that you're giving to somebody. And it's just a few faux flowers that I found in my local sort of cheapy shop. But you could make that look really glorious and expensive looking by just gifting the whole box. You don't have to make it up.
No.
That's the great thing about it. This is a very affordable gift.
Now, this could be your stitchy tools in here. It could be your makeup brushes, for example. It could be some of your pencils. It's a great way to organise that. And when you open that up, you can see you've got your little pockets at the front, which is great. And then, of course, you can just roll that up and you can fasten that in place with the bow. Love that. I think that is beautiful. If you want to go for that, it's 506-263. A Freedom member, £10.79. But everything you need is in that kit. And we're saying again, these are for beginners.
Without a shadow of a doubt. But actually, you know, if you're an experienced stitcher, you'll be able to see what else you can do without. Perhaps adding embroidery, perhaps doing your quilting on there, perhaps actually making quite a few of these. And don't forget to sort of think about the shape of these and how you could then replicate these in your other pieces of fabric you may well have. You may even be treating yourself to some of the cottage garden fabric today, because actually that would lend itself perfectly to that design.
Yeah, it really would.
And incredibly easy to make. I would say if you're an experienced stitcher, 45 minutes you'd have that made. Yeah. If you're a beginner stitcher, give yourself an hour and a half, one afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and just put that together. That'll give you the confidence. That's the thing. Give you the confidence to then think, actually, you know what, I can do this. I can have a go at this. So yeah, just take advantage of what the prices are for today.
Definitely. Now, the zip pouch, proving very popular. Love this. Everybody needs a little zip pouch, don't they?
Yep.
For travelling, putting your makeup items in, your personal items. Only £11.99, 506 263. If you want to go for this, it is the zip organiser. But look at that, Freedom members, £10.79. Could
That's
you buy
brilliant.
one of those for £10.79?
Not of this quality, because of course don't forget that we've got the little tag loop there, so we can hold that while we pull the zip down. That always makes it useful. Then you've got the wadding in there. Then it's fully lined as well, so it's a really quality product. And I'm going to show you, this is my first demo today, but I'm going to show you a different way of actually putting this all together, looking at having a completely different style, but yet using everything that you've got in the pack. And again, you're getting the fabric, the lining, the thread, the zip as well, and the wadding too. So you don't need to go and get anything. And if you want to hand stitch these, then please hand stitch.
Yeah.
They're fine.
It's great, isn't it? Lovely projects for you, for your family, as a gift. They are ideal. Head to the website and pick which one you like. It's not just for chicks, though, is it? Anyone can use these. Let's head to the website and show you. The happy hour deal. Let's talk about this first of all. Now, your happy hour deal, wow, look at this. You are getting your felt bundle. You're getting those gorgeous colours of raspberry, violet and summerburst. And those are the three at the front. It's a special price. It's £11.97. Now, your second happy hour deal are the meter bolts at the back. So there's two happy hour deals right there for you. Two for the price of one, really. £11.99 if you want to go for any two of those lovely, gorgeous fabrics at the back. I think they're divine. Now, you can see the choices on the website if you want to go for those. Excellent prices. Now, the price of those two happy hour deals will go back up at the top of the hour. So you've got now 45 minutes, about 45 minutes to get hold of those happy hour deals. It's great, these shows, because you can really stock up, can't you, with great materials and projects, and then have something to look forward to, maybe over the bank holiday.
Yeah, and the thing is, they give you such a huge amount of inspiration as well, because they're going to get you stitching. So in the box, let's get one I haven't already vandalised. So this is the roll organiser, and obviously I've just opened it, so just to make it easier for me.
Lovely boxes as well.
Again,
that they come in.
They are strong as well.
Yeah.
So you know they're going to. You can post these because they're nice and strong. And like I say, gift that. You know, if you're not a stitcher, but you know somebody that is, and it's their birthday coming up, then great as a gift. So in the box is everything that you need. So right at the bottom here, we've got the instructions. So everything is worded there for you. You've got words and pictures, which always helps and gives you a little bit of inspiration. So even if you are giving it away, at least the recipient knows, oh, actually, yes, that would be good for makeup brushes. And I think it might have been our lovely director that said in my ear, and actually for the remote controls that you have loitering around your sofa, you could make your pockets wide enough, because we don't tell you what size pockets to use. And we say, well, whatever you want to use this for. For instance, one of our lovely producers has made this, and she's made it for all her Spectrum Noir pens. And she's popped really tiny little pockets in there to make it work for her. So this is really personalised.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then if we'll just open the one up so we don't waste too much time. So I want to get to demo. In the pack then, we've got the thread and we've got the ribbon, so that's all in there for you. And the most complicated thing about this is folding this in half and putting it in the actual seam. That's how difficult it is. And this is the fabric. So everything you've got is actually printed out. Let's just get this out for you. Is printed out onto the fabric. Look at that. It's even named, so you don't have to guess which is what. Now, you don't have to use the pretty fabric, let's say, the flowery fabric as your main. You could do it the other way round.
Oh, right,
so this could be your outer, this could be your inner. That's obviously your pocket regardless. So it's up to you which way round you use it. But all you're going to do is cut those pieces out. They are true to size, and away you go.
Perfect.
So easy.
Absolutely
and they're all
perfect.
like that. It's done especially with new stitchers in mind. And of course you've got the wadding. And this is iron-on.
Right.
So just pop your pieces over the top.
Yes.
Don't even cut these out to size. Just pop them over the top, iron it down, and then cut.
And then cut it.
Yes.
Great
Makes
tip.
it super easy.
Love these kits. Ideal as a gift.
I do. I
But
love
just
them.
something to do, you know, of an afternoon. As Lizzie said, 45 minutes if you're an experienced stitcher. And if you've never picked a needle up before, I think they're ideal as well. And they look fantastic when you get these delivered directly to your door. Great price, £10.79. 506 263 is your item number. Right, so we're going to take a look at the toiletry bag.
The
it
zip
could be anything.
pouch.
It's a zip pouch. We're going to call it a zip pouch.
And the thing is, once you've mastered how to make that, you know what, you can make so many more, and then you can make them for the boys in your life as well, in the appropriate colours, if you know, and then you can make them more for the girls. But what you're doing here is learning all about how to put these things together, what the techniques are. You're learning new skills, perhaps, and maybe you've got those skills already, so you don't need me to tell you. You don't need the instructions. So go ahead, enjoy making the kit, because it won't take long at all, and then make it your own.
Lovely.
You could put applique flowers on there.
That's
you could
a good
do,
idea.
like I say, your quilting. I always love a little bit of quilting, especially when we're using wadding. And of course the wadding is even included, which is fantastic. So even if you're a brand new stitcher, you don't even have to think about what else do I need. You need nothing.
Everything's there in the box. Everything's there.
Yep.
Just open the box and off you go.
Yep, absolutely, super easy. So I've cut out all my bits and bobs. So we're in this particular pattern. You've got the 2 pieces of lining, you've got the 2 pieces of the main fabric, and you've got the zip and the little zip pull and the thread.
Okay.
So
yes.
There we go.
So we've got the kit. Sorry, we've got the kit out for you.
Yes.
That's what the actual pouch will look like. But here is the kit that you're getting, all laid out, lovely.
All laid out, absolutely. And all I did, I did this within 10 minutes of the show starting, because I knew that it was going to be quick and very accurate. And so cut it out. I actually use my rotary cutter and my map. If you haven't got one, scissors are absolutely fine. I've already pre-stuck my wadding on the back of the front, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And you've even got a little zip pull there. Now this little zip pull, I just want to quickly talk to you about it. This is how it comes. This is how it's printed out on the fabric, just a long strip like that. Now this technique I use for all of my bag straps as well. So it's worth actually remembering how this is done. So all you're going to do is iron that in the middle, and to get a middle crease line here. Then open it up, and you're bringing those 2 side edges to the middle, and then you're folding again, and that automatically gives you a lovely neat strap or pull or whatever you're going to use, or tag. But all of my bag straps that I ever make on my bags are done in the same way, obviously slightly larger, but that is the technique, and that's worth learning, because that'll crop up time and time again. So I'm going to put that to one side for a moment. It needs stitching, but I'm just going to pop it to one side and talk to you about how to put the zip in. Now again, I'll just take 2 of those pieces away and bring in my zip. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my front of the right side of my fabric, and I'm going to put it right over the top of my zip. And you might have seen me do this before. And in fact, my quilting clips are always easy, but I'm just going to pin it just to hold it.
Just while you're pinning that,
Yes.
Lizzie, can I just show the happy hour deal for the fabrics? Because
Yes.
we are very busy for these, and I want to show you the different designs. So this is your navy leaves. Love this
these.
design. Isn't that lovely?
These are Fox in the Wood. Again, these have been super popular. It's quality quilting cotton again, so you know the quality. If you've had Cottage Garden, for instance, and you've not tried Fox in the Wood, then this is exactly the same quality.
Fabulous. That's the navy leaves. This one here is the white with silver leaves. Again,
And that's got that
beautiful
foiling.
detail. We've got the country garden. This is Loving Meadow. Look at that, beautiful design.
That is so pretty.
Isn't that lovely? So pretty with the different colours in there and the love hearts. I think this is my favourite. This is the funky cactus. This is homegrown funky cactus. Love that, adore that. If you're doing anything, pop that into your pick and mix.
Pretty and colourful and bright and cheerful, isn't it?
And then we've got the diamonds, which is great because, you know, we were talking about making things for the man in your life.
Yes, perfect.
More of a masculine style material, if you can call it that. But,
yes,
you know, that would be absolutely perfect. So pick and mix any two of those design, and your happy hour deal is a 2 for the price of 1. But the price goes back up at the top of the hour. That's why it's a happy hour deal. So head to the website and stock up with your materials. Right, Lizzie, sorry, back to you.
And you know what, I'm just thinking, you know, we never know if that is it now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Because obviously I've just realised that we've got the homegrown in there, which is the funky cactus.
Yes.
We've got the loving meadow in there, which is the mauvey colours, and then we've got the fox in the wood. So to me, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, okay, so these perhaps are the last of these fabrics.
Yeah.
So if you really love them, particularly, you know, something like that, maybe you've made a little girl's dress out of that. With the funky cactus, I have seen so many things made of that funky cactus. It's unreal. These all three together work beautifully. I'm just thinking, if you love it, maybe it's the time to get it.
I think so too. I think so too. Happy hour deal. Head to the website, $11.99. Pick and mix any two. It's 2 for the price of 1. Brilliant deal. Right,
yeah, it is. It's a good time to get it, actually. Right, so all I've done, I found my quilting clips now, and all I've done is I took the right side of my outer fabric onto the right side of my zip. Okay, so you can see the zip pull there. So my right side has gone over the top of that. Okay, don't worry that it's not lined up or anything like that, because we'll always cut to fit. And then with my lining, all I'm going to do is just bring that in, and I'm going over the top again. All right, so I'm just lining that all up, and this is such a good way of putting a zip in. It's a nice simple way. And I'm not even going to put my zipper foot on there, Janice, because not everybody, well, everybody should have one, but not everybody's confident in using one. Right. So I'm going to just use my regular foot. It does make a difference to it, but that's perfectly fine. So all I'm going to do is stitch from there to there, and then I'm going to repeat on the other side.
Okay. Using those clips as well is really, really handy, because if you don't have the needles, I guess it makes it easier to...
Well, and they're not as dangerous. The amount of times, because there's certain ways of actually putting pins in so you don't snag your hands as you're stitching. And I don't listen to my own advice, and of course you can stab yourself if you're not careful.
Yeah,
so I go for the safer option. So I've got my machine all ready to go. I'm going to actually move that zip pull out of the way to start off with. And like I say, I'm using a regular foot, so bear that in mind, that you're not going to get as close to the zip teeth as you perhaps would normally. But I figured that would be a fair thing to do, like I say, because not everybody is confident with zips. So we'll just start here. So it's going to be about 1/4 of an inch thereabouts to the edge of the zip. I'll just make sure that I don't lose my thread, because I can just see it.
Could you hand stitch the zip in?
You could do. Yeah, you could do. And you know what I'd be inclined to do? I'd hand stitch it first. That's it, little monkey. That was going to fly off there. I'd hand stitch it first, then I'd probably top stitch and hand stitch
when you
over
say
the top.
Top stitch for somebody like me?
Just even a running stitch or a back stitch all the way along as a top stitch, and that will give you strength, because if you think about it, you're going to be pulling on that quite a bit. Yeah. Just make sure everything's in order. So all we're doing is trundling along here. Oh, let's just get the stitch length right. Now, if you've pinned this correctly, or if you've put your clips in correctly, then you shouldn't have any worries about doing a 1/4 of an inch seam. So I'm just lifting my foot up just so I can move that presser foot along there. In fact, let me just get my needle out. There we go. And starting again. And your machine will feel where the teeth are. It shouldn't let you jump over, but if you stick to about 1/4 of an inch, you should be fine. So just make sure that's all lined up beautifully. And then once I've done this, I'll clip the other side so you can see how it works. Oops, there we go. Just make sure I caught it there. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. So what happens now is, once that's stitched, we now have 1/2 of the bag made. And you see how that's worked. So all I'm going to do now I don't know if you need to do a job, Janice.
Yes.
Is go over the top with exactly the same.
Yes.
So I've got the right side of my zip showing here. So I'm going over the top with the right side of my top fabric, and then I'm going to slide my lining fabric underneath, and those 3 layers I'm now going to clip together, and I'll stitch.
Okay, so whilst you're clipping those together, I want to give you a reminder of what you can get with these fabulous, fabulous kits. Now, we're making the zip pouch at the moment, which is just here. It looks fantastic once it's completed. The great thing is you've got the little tab at the top, so you can pull that zip down confidently. You've got the inner material, the outer, but it could be the other way round if you want to. Maybe I'll ask Lizzie in a moment's time whether we could actually make it reversible, whether that is something that you could do. But you could have the inner material on the outside and the outer material on the inside, but you get everything in the kit that you need to create it, and it's really easy to do. It comes in a fantastic box. Let me just get this box here and just open this up. You get the instructions inside as to what to do, so it's going to hold your hand at every single step of the way, but the material itself has the pattern on it, and that's what makes these so fantastic to use. So the actual material inside has the pattern on there, and all you have to do is pop the wadding on, which also comes included, and then follow the instructions. Everything you need right there in the box. It's a fantastic box and it looks brilliant, and that's going to make you one of those. We've also got the roll organizer. Now, I love this. Now, this is under the same item number, but it's a different product. What we love about this is that you could roll this up, you can pop your makeup brushes in here, you can put your artistry brushes in here, your pencils, you can put whatever you like in here. And the great thing is you can make those pockets, those little inlets just there, as wide or as narrow as you like. That way you can fit whatever tools you want in there. It's a great price if you're a Freedom member, just £10.79, and everything is included to make this fantastic gift. And you can open it up. It could be a gift to yourself. It could be a gift for someone else. Maybe you're thinking of buying someone some brushes or some pens. Then you can actually make this for them. And then we'll just need to finish that one off, actually, on the top there. I'll hand that back to Lizzie. Oh, Lizzie! What are you doing? We just need to finish the top of that there, but Lizzie's going to show us how to do that. And then you can add your different pockets in there, which is brilliant. Now, I do want to... Are we going to just show the... Yes, we've got another one for you. Yeah, sorry, I just want to show you this one as well, because many of you have tablets. It could be for your larger tablets, or you could fold this over. You get the button and the little tag there, all included. So it could be for your smaller tablets if you want to. But again, that comes to you in the complete kit. So you can make this with a machine, or you can use this by hand. It's going to be a wonderful gift for you or someone else. £11.99 if you want to go for that. 472768 is your item number for this one. If you're not a Freedom member, £14.99. So you're seeing now why it's an advantage to become a Freedom member. 88888 in your basket, £6.97 a month. All your P&Ps included then, whatever you buy from us on Hochanda and Craft Price Drop. And also you get some great discounts like you're doing today. So it is worth becoming a Freedom member. Now, we do have a happy hour deal for you, and the prices will go up at the top of the hour. That means you've got 30 minutes and 26 seconds left. This is your felt happy hour deal. You've got your raspberry, your violets, and your summer burst, those beautiful colours and excellent quality felts to work with. Just £11.97 means you are saving £6. So it is a happy hour deal. So that's your happy hour deal. We've also got some other materials for you as well. Head to the website to see the two, yes, there are two happy hour deals available to you. Right, let's talk about fabrics and let's talk about what's new today. We're very, very busy for these. This is a pick and mix. Now, you can pick and mix any two different materials, or you could have two of the same one. All in all, you get 2 metres, and they're cut in 1 metre bundles for you. Let's run through the colours that we've got, because these are fabulous. Okay, we'll start with this one here. This one is your crosshatch in pink. Again, a great material to use and very, very popular. We've also got your crosshatch in white, which is just there. I'm turning it landscape. Thank you. There you go. Crosshatch in white. And then we have your crosshatch in blue. So you've got those 3 colours there. You might want to pick and mix any two of those, or you might want to add rose blossom in navy to your collection. Love this. Love the simplicity of the design. And as Lizzie said before, whatever it is that you're working with, you're always going to get part of that pattern, even if you were to work with just a small area in your appliques or your patchworking. Rose blossom in blue, like a denim colour. Love that. This is your rose blossom in grey. Very chalky colours, but we're talking sage with this. We're calling it grey, but it's more of a sagey colour. Then we've got your English house, your English country house in navy, your English country house in grey, more of a sage colour, and your English country rose garden there in rose. Well, this is called your rose garden. Beautiful materials. You can pick any two. £14.95. Usual price, look at that, £23.98. So you're saving £9. They are 100% cotton. They work beautifully together. They really do. And let me just show you a sample here of all the materials used together. Isn't that great? So they work perfectly. It doesn't matter what you choose. You'll have your favourites, of course, but you can choose any two you like, or two of the same one. 1 metre bundles. They work perfectly together. Here's another example of a beautiful cushion here. If you've gone for the dies that have been available, your mixed media bundles with your Gemini, you can use them with the butterflies. You can see again, using all the different coloured materials works so well together. I've got another one to show you as well in a cushion, using the different materials collectively. You've got your crosshatch in blue there as the background, your crosshatch in pink there, and then you have got the other English country designs in there. I think that looks absolutely perfect. And if you want to maybe create and make some little purses, we've got a little purse down this side here, which is nice, which has got some applique on, which is beautiful. And then you could use this perhaps to put your cottons in. You could use this to put your keys in if you want to as well. So that's really, really nice. You could even use it as a hat, maybe. Who knows? Let's show you how to pick and mix on the website, because we are very, very busy for these. Right, this is how we do it. So we can have a look at all the different designs available to us. So let's go for the crosshatch in pink. Yes. And let's go over to the English country house in grey. More like sage. Then we add it to the basket and we go to checkout, and that's it. Now, if we want to become a Freedom member, we can do that right there and then. It means you get your P&P included on that deal, but it also means you can take advantage of free P&P or bonus P&P included on all the other items that you buy from us here at Hochanda, and you get your discounts as well. Right, we spoke about kits. Yes. We spoke about materials. Yes. With those, what do we need?
We need some thread.
We do.
Please, Janice.
So what have we got, Lizzie?
We've got 900 metres of cotton thread.
900 metres?
Yes.
You what?
You wouldn't believe that, would you? But you do. And actually, it's unusual to have that amount of meterage in a kit.
That's a lot of meterage.
In a box of threads. Normally, you might get 100 metres per spool. Well, we've got 150. That is a lot of thread. Now, I made a little quilt using our gorgeous cottage garden fabric, and I used the pink that's in this thread set to actually quilt it all with. Now, I did a fair amount of quilting, not a huge amount. Now, you wouldn't think that that was the pink, but it blends in absolutely beautifully. So if you were treating yourself to these fabrics today, now you can see how these threads work. And because it's cotton fabric and we're using cotton thread, both will equally shrink. Actually, it's not going to shrink, but it would wash accordingly. And it would wear accordingly as well, wear at the same rate. Whereas sometimes if you mix a man-made with a natural, they don't wear at the same rate at all.
Good point.
So, you know, don't always think that your quilting should be in whites or I don't know, other colours that you might have in your hair, neutrals. Think about the colours that you've got here, because first of all, you've got the quality of the fact that they're cotton. I adore that colour there. It's absolutely beautiful, that mustardy colour.
Nice, lovely,
but you've got a huge range of colours. You've got kind of neutrally tones in there with the grey, and then there's soft baby blueies and pinks there, but then you've got some brighter colours here. So actually this is a really good collection to get. And I'll just repeat that again, 900 metres of thread.
That's brilliant. 150 on each thread.
It's unusual, actually.
Yeah, do you know it'd be really good if you could just like get hold of it and then just go running for 150 metres.
Yeah, go.
How out of breath would you be? And then get the next one.
The floor manager's trying to wind that up again.
Excellent value for money, £11.99. I think this is a must-have. I really do. You're saving £4 on this. 075219. Now, if you want some inspiration, because we've got the material, we've got the patterns, we've got the thread, but now we want a little bit more inspiration. That's what we're getting here. It's a great deal, isn't it, Lizzie?
Hold the front page, because this is really important. Now, okay, I know that some of our ladies and gents will have seen these before, but next week, let me think in my head. Yes, next week we are launching Sew Inspired 12. Now, next Thursday at 6 o'clock. Now, you will need this one, because we've got the quilt along. And now I was talking to our lovely Donna in the green room, Sheena's Donna, and she said, I haven't really made my first 2 squares yet, my first 2 blocks. I said, plenty of time. Next week, plus a week delivery perhaps, then you've got at least a fortnight, so please get them done, and then you can go on to Sew Inspired 12. So this gives you the first edition, if you like, of 3, where you're going to make that fantastic quilt that our Bernie made on the front cover there. So actually this is super important to get. Never mind the fact that you're getting all these bonus things with this, because the whole thing is a kit. You know, you can't say, oh, this is a magazine and these are all separate. No. This is a kit. It's a kit for you to get inspired, because you've got all that inspiration in the magazine. You've got the templates in there, and actually over both issues you are covered, because you've got bag templates, you've got purse templates, you've got 2 fat quarters in there of different fabrics. You've got the peacock fabric in there, which we haven't even launched yet. It's going to be July, I think. Really? So you've got that fabric. It is absolutely beautiful fabric, and that's such a joy, thinking that is soon coming, and you can have a little play with it. And it's 100% cotton, as it always is with us at Threaders. So think about what else you can do now from this sort of stage onwards. The 2 magazines. You've got, I don't know, 60 odd projects in there to inspire you. You've got all of those bonus items along in that kit as well, with the templates. You've got those 2 pattern packs. Now those 2 pattern packs, we've got the kitchenware here, and on the other side we've got the Christmassy items. So we know we'll soon be coming up. Those pattern packs alone are, you could possibly say, oh gosh, £10-ish, something like that.
Definitely.
The quality is phenomenal. You can tell I'm passionate about it.
I can.
The quality is phenomenal. The value for money is outstanding. You need this one, guys, because the next one comes out next week and it'll be too late. Well, never say never. Well, I will say never say never, but you need this one, because you need to make those 2 blocks up before we can then show you next week the next 2 blocks. Really important. Yeah.
£14.98. This is incredible. I know. And you can be as passionate as Lizzie. Everything. We've not dressed up the set here, apart from the doll, apart from the finished product of the purse. Those are items that you can create, but the rest you're getting included in that deal. 2 magazines, the bundle 10 and 11. What an excellent gift for yourself or somebody that you know. £14.98. Get hold of these. Right, we're heading to the website. There's more for you available. We've got some more demonstrations with Lizzie as well. Don't forget to get your questions in, studio@hochanda.com, and send your pictures in as well. We'd love to see what you've been creating with your different products that you've bought from us here at Hochanda. So many different accessories for you. Remember, we've got the happy hour deal on those material bundles. Oh, and we do have tickets for the one-day event at, the one-day event at Hangar 42. And that's in Bruntingthorpe in Leicestershire, which is where I'm from. So I should be popping along to that.
Is that a new one? Have we been to that before?
No, the Bruntingthorpe Hangar 42 is new venue.
Is it really? That's exciting.
Are you going to be there, Lizzie, for that one?
I'm not going to be there officially, but I might be tempted unofficially.
This is my hometown.
Because it's fairly
my home
near.
county, not hometown.
Because we're only in Suffolk, which is just a hop and a skip. Across the county.
A couple of coffees and some sandwiches and some cakes, and you're
so
there.
I have to have a pit stop, don't you?
Oh yeah, several.
We were
pit
only
stops.
out in the motorhome last week. We went to Hertfordshire. It was absolutely glorious. And we had a pit stop in 10 minutes after we started out. I said, no, I need a coffee. Come on, we've got to do a pit stop.
We're just the same. Or when I'm driving to work, I'll bring, I'll take some lunch with me to work. How many of you do this? And you get in your car and you start driving and you just start to look at the lunch and you just think, you know what?
Start eating
I might as well have it now. I'll stop the car, I might as well just eat it now. It's done, it's out of the way, and then I can just carry on with the rest of the day. I do that at 5 in the morning when I'm driving to work. I see my lunch and I go, if I eat it now, then that's lunch, it's done.
Yes, the bother of eating is over.
Yeah.
You can just crack on.
Now, we love eating and we love stitching, don't we?
Yes. So if you remember from part 1, I did the zip and then I showed you that I was going to stitch this bit here. Okay, so just a quick reminder, it's right side over the right side of your zip and the lining tucked underneath, again right side up. And all I've done is stitched along there with my regular foot, haven't had to use a zipper foot. So when we open it up, your zip is already in place. And if I just move the bottom of the lining
I love that
out
material,
of the way.
Lizzie.
It's so pretty.
Yeah,
it really is so pretty. And you know what? I see on Facebook everybody making these and everybody has thoroughly enjoyed them. And in actual fact, with the fabric roll organiser, the one that was unfinished, sorry about that folks, we did a Facebook Live with that on Sunday, Abigail and I. And it's on our Facebook pages. So if you do get the roll organiser, I could top stitch that in a second because that's finishing it off. So in the actual instructions for the pouch, you actually stitch this in a different way, and I've got to now try to remember. Yes, you stitch all of this over in one piece like so, and you stitch along just that bottom piece there, and then you open up that seam, we'll just imagine that to be, and you bring that, so that's how it will be stitched, and then you stitch across the ends there and then you box it up. Okay. So that's how you're supposed to do it. Yes.
Oh, how are we going to do it?
We're going to do it different because we can.
Excellent. We'll probably do it like that.
Bless you. So just to make this a little bit different then, we're going to actually bring the right sides of our top fabric together and the right sides of our lining together. Now I just want to explain, I haven't put my zip pull in yet, and I'm determined to sort of top stitch that so you can see how that looks. But just for the time being and the quickness of the demo, I'm just going to stitch this, and actually then it'll be the bag made. Yes. Can you believe that?
Now, Lizzie, I want to ask you a question because I had a thought. 'Cause you get the inner and the outie as far as the material is concerned. Yes. Could you? Oh, I don't know. Can you make these reversible?
Difficult with a zip.
Right.
Difficult with a zip.
Go.
But you could think of other ways to do that. You know, you don't have to put the zip in. You could put, for instance, you could have tabs on there with the hook and loop. So you could do it that way and sort of tab it over and connect it that way. You could even think about doing a little placket with buttons and buttonholes, but this is more for your advanced stitcher.
Yeah, just a thought.
Because to be honest, and I know people shy away from zips, but actually all these kits are perfect for the beginner because you are learning new techniques all the time, putting a zip in. How easy is that?
I know, when you said, right, we're going to put the zip in, I thought, oh no,
Start
that's going to be
quivering in your
really
boots.
difficult. But you showed us how easy it was.
It's so easy, and that's just one way. There are other ways that you can do, but that's the easiest way that I could possibly show you. So rule number 1, open up your zip, because you might have difficulty turning it if you didn't.
That is a good rule to have.
You also then need to leave a little hole in the base here. So leave, I don't know, about 4 inches, something like that. And all we're going to do is just stitch around the whole thing, turn it through, and that's the bag made. Now, you could box the corners of this.
Okay.
I'm keeping this so easy because
What do you mean box the corners?
do you see on the pouch itself, we've boxed the corners by making these pieces here. Those pieces means that we've boxed it out, and it means bringing the seams together and going a diagonal stitching line across, and that will then, some people call it sugar bag corners, I call it boxing.
That's interesting.
It just makes a nice shape on your bag. But you don't have to. So I won't in this case, but I'll explain what you would do. So again, we're just whizzing up this. I want you to be very, very careful of this zip. This is not a zip on a roll zip. It's got metal bits in. Okay. So I just want you to make sure you avoid that. So just go over the top. I'm not worrying too much. So now we're going on to all those layers of the wadding. And I'm whizzing around.
Now, we've had an email and a picture from Abigail.
Oh, that child.
Ring a bell?
That child.
This is the lovely Abigail, which is Lizzie's daughter, and a lovely guest that we have here on Hochanda many, many times. We love her dearly.
Look at that.
And
no, she made that Sunday. Now, actually, Abigail made the fabric. It's a batik fabric that she made herself with dyeing and wax. Very, very clever. I was very, very proud of her for doing that. But look what she's done. She's made it into her roll-up for her makeup brushes. That's gorgeous, isn't it?
That is beautiful. I love that. It's a great way to organise them as well.
Good job, Abby. See, and can you see she's actually top-stitched all the way around the edge, which is how the one that you've shown hasn't been done yet.
Got you.
So that's optional, but I think it neatens off the edge there beautifully. I love the colours together.
That is perfect. What a great gift for someone. It really is.
Yes.
If someone's got a lot of makeup brushes, for example, perfect, absolutely perfect. £11.99 if you want to go for that.
So we've just got a couple of bits more to do.
Now, just as you're finishing that off, I want to remind you of the happy hour deal, which I must admit I've just left over there. But I'll start talking about them, then the lovely Molly will hand them to me. Sorry, it was my fault I left them over there. Thank you, Molly. I always try and colour it. Right, the happy hour deal. You're going to be happy when you get these. We are very, very busy. So it's 2 for the price of 1, but it's a pick and mix, so you can choose any 2 you like. Can I just ask lovely producer Meg? I always go like that because that's why I'm talking to her. I don't want you to think I'm talking to myself. If somebody wanted 2 of one design, can they do that? So if you wanted 2, let's say, of the Fox in the Wood navy leaves, if you love this and you want to go for 2 of these, then you can. But it is a picks and mix. So that is your navy. What did I say? Picks and licks. I said pick and mix,
I
didn't
do worry about you sometimes, Janice.
Picks and mix. Just picks and mix. It's what we used to do in that big sweet shop. We used to go in and have the picks and the mix.
That was great, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's sweet. This is material that is sweet. So those, that's your navy leaves. That one there is your white with silver leaves. That's your Fox in the Wood. This is your Fox in the Wood with diamonds, which we're loving because it's like a masculine style material. So geometric style, great for your dad, great for your male people in your life. I don't know where I was going with that. It's great for your males, that is. Oh dear, I say some silly things. Sorry, apologies. It's because the second coffee's kicking in. Loving Meadow, we've got this beautiful pretty design there, if you want to go for that. It's the cottage garden. And my favourite, which is proven to be very, very popular, is your funky cactus. So you get to choose and pick and mix any 2, or you could have 2 of the same. It's going to be entirely up to you. 796-226, but one little warning for you, the price is going back up at the top of the hour. It's a happy hour deal, $11.99, currently standing. If you want to go for that, head to the website, pop them in your basket. It's very popular for those.
And when you think how many of these, the fabric kits that we've got here, how many of them you can make out of 2 metres of fabric? Yes. I mean, that could be your, I'm sorry, Christmas gift sorted.
So could you, and is it okay to, get one of the sheets of the fabric kits and then trace the pattern onto the material?
That's an excellent possibility.
Ooh.
I can't wink. But that is an excellent possibility.
Yes. But it would be nice to go for the kit itself to give us a gift in a box.
Yes, actually, I would say get the actual box of whichever one you choose, because you've got the instructions in there, which you can always keep. And then you've got that extra thread and all the other bits and pieces that you need. So you need that as a starter anyway. But the thing is, it's that launch pad into other things, isn't it? That's what I can't stress enough. Because I've made this in less than an hour. I would say 15 minutes. But that's a perfectly acceptable bag. It's not quite the same as the design, but why not? I've put my own spin on it, which is, I'm sure, what you'll do when you've got these home and think, actually, I could do this, I could do that, and I can add this and I can take that away.
Do you know what is in this? I love the material that's used.
Yes, so do I. It's really pretty, isn't it?
Beautiful, pretty material to use in your projects. Absolutely love it. And you get to choose which one you want. So where are you at with your project now, Lizzie?
I've stitched all the way around. You saw that I did right size to right size of the main fabric, right size to right size of the lining. I've gone all the way around, bar about 4 inches. I've opened up my zip, don't forget. It's very tricky. Now, if you want to box these corners off, let's just quickly say what that would be looking like. So you'd want to box the corners off. You would just pinch those 2 seams together. So look, here's your corner. Let me do it so you can concentrate. like that. So you can see the corner. I've just trimmed the edge there. So all you would do is bring those two seams together and you would do a little triangle. So measure it, let's say 1 inch. So you'd measure it and you go straight across and you'd do that on all 4. So the lining and, well, to be honest, you don't have to do it necessarily with the lining, but certainly with the outer bag you want to do it on both sides, otherwise it'd be lopsided, which is not a good look.
No.
It's not a good look.
I've tried it myself, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
No.
Yeah. There's off the wall and there's off the wall.
Yeah, going out of an evening looking lopsided, it's not good.
So just turning that through, obviously all of this needs a jolly good press. I always say press, press, press everything that you do. And I'd be top stitching that zip in place as well, so it's nice and neat. But look, that is the bag made. And we've made something completely different to what was actually in the box.
Say, yes,
completely different.
Let's show you those two together.
So it needs a press, like I say, and I'll just close that zip
Like
off.
that.
But now you've made some, I mean, that's how incredible. Now, if you box those corners off, again, that would have a little flat bottom.
Yes.
So it would still sit straight. But you've made two completely different things from the same pattern.
Love that.
So why wouldn't you, Janice?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
You know, as an experienced stitcher yourself, Lizzie, you can
Yes.
turn your hand to anything.
I do my best.
Why do you enjoy using these? Because I can see you do.
Because there's no thinking. There's no thinking. It's just pure indulgent stitching. And oftentimes we spend far too much time in the preparation and not the doing. And I much prefer the doing.
That is a really good point. It's a lovely project to do. It really is. It could be a Sunday afternoon, it could be a Wednesday evening, it could be a Saturday morning. It's going to be entirely up to you. This is your roll organiser, which is perfect for your makeup brushes, your pencils, maybe your paint brushes, if you want
remotes. TV remotes.
TV remotes, yes. That would be a good
Perfect.
idea.
Nice and neat and tidy.
Absolutely. £10.79 if you are a Freedom member. 506263. So that one is your roll organiser, and then you've got your pouch, which is under the same item number, which is. Yeah, it was the first one I picked up. Yeah, thought it was. There you go. So that's your pouch, just because I've been calling it a makeup bag. So that's your pouch, and again, you can create and make that in 2 different styles, as Lizzie has just shown you. So same item number, but that is called the zip pouch, which is fabulous. Love the packaging these come in.
Yeah,
I really
love
do.
it.
It's about giving the gift, isn't it? When someone takes
It
this
is
out of the
actually.
box, unwrap it as a gift. They're going to love it. They really, really
I'd
are.
be thrilled. Even as an experienced stitcher, I would be thrilled with that.
Yeah.
Because it's just a nice, lovely, I always call them a Sunday afternoon project where you need to do a little bit of stitching. You don't know what. You don't want to be doing loads of cutting out.
No.
But this is all done for you, and I just love that. I love that.
It's lovely, isn't it? £11.99. That includes your P&P if you are a Freedom member. $14.99 if not. So for your tablet computers, or it could be for anything. It doesn't have to be for your tablets, but that initially is what it has been designed for. So you can choose which ones you like. Now, we do have a happy hour deal. We've got 2 happy hour deals, actually. This is the other one we've got. This is the felt, proving very popular. £11.97. You're saving £6 on this, and you are getting the raspberry felt, the violet, and the summer burst. And just to prove, is that live? Yeah, that's a live shot. Look at that. There you go. It's me. Hi. Just show you, wasn't a picture we took earlier on. This is a happy hour deal, and the price is going up at the top of the hour. Love these though, beautiful. Love felt, really, really nice. I'm going to go out there and leave you to them. There you go. Oh dear, sorry.
Such fun.
Yeah, it is. Right, okay, fabrics. These are new, these are lovely, these are beautiful, and we're going to hold one up. Is this the size that you get?
This is the size.
No.
So this is a... You're going to get 2.
Well, I knew it was a metre, but I didn't realise it was that big.
Well, of course, it's about 110 across.
Yes.
So your width, selvage to
course.
selvage, is that little bit wider than a metre. But your length is always going to be a metre.
That's massive.
So it's a massive piece of fabric. So it's 4 fat quarters as well. You could look at it that way.
Yeah, it is,
4
yeah.
fat quarters,
Yeah.
if you wish, or even I could go 8 fat eighths as well. We could go on and on and on. But the thing is, you've got huge potential here to make something really stunning.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you match it, let's just bring this one in. Let's just say you put those
lovely.
2 together.
Yes.
And that's all you're going to use. It's going to look amazing.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
You could still make a patchwork quilt using just these 2 fabrics.
Yeah.
Think of the size of that quilt, even with stitching and seams, how big that would be. So the potential is massive.
It really is. Now I've got another sample here. I'm just going to show you this because I want to pick this up to show you, which is lovely. Abby,
Yes.
Yeah, Abigail made this one. Isn't that lovely? Love
And
that.
just again, you're using half square triangles here, so if you've got the quilting ruler, cutting mat, etc., you can do that as well. But you know what, you can, there's just no end to what you can do. And can you see how well they all work together?
Yeah, they do.
Nothing jars, everything stands out. She's used a plane to enhance everything else in there, but you can, of course you can. Think about your denims, your chambrays, like I was saying before, your plain sort of pinky colours as well, maybe. I think she's used our powder blue linen look fabric, which works beautifully with this because it's that lovely chalky tone. So of course it's going to work. In fact, any of the linen look is going to work with these.
One more thing to show you as well, because these are all the materials together.
Yeah, again.
So if you are patchworking, if you want to know how they all work, thinking, does that work with this? Yes, they all work perfectly. And then on the rear, we've got the cross hatch as well. Doesn't matter which ones you choose, they're beautiful. It's a pick and mix on any of them. £14.98, proving to be incredibly popular. Head to the website. You can order after the show as well. I don't know how much stock we've got left, but I would definitely head onto the website, get these in your basket and check out. The happy hour deals go up at the top of the hour, so if you're still in an hour about those, get them in your basket and check out before the top of the hour because the price will go up. It has been about the kits. It has been about all of the other wonderful items we've got on the show, which people still can get after the hour. Lizzie, when you're back?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock today. Is that with me?
Yes, I think it is.
Excellent. All right. We'll be getting stitchy with Lizzie at 2. Stay right where you are. We've got more coming up. Thanks, Lizzie.
Thank you.
Wow, we do have plenty for you throughout the day on Hochanda. Here's some highlights for you. Impression of